What happened last time on Higurashi? I don't think anybody remembers but me and Cal. Anyway,
Rena had a bit of a mental break.
she sure did. We learned about a conspiracy theory that Takano wrote in her notebook about the curse of Oyashiro-sama. Well, first off, she thinks that Oyashiro was probably a doctor from a foreign country who had a cure for a pathogen that was going around Onigafuchi, and like a parasite, basically, that made people sick if they ever left the town because the parasite, the conditions in Hinamizawa or Onigafuchi were perfect for the parasite, and if you left, the parasite would start to fuck up, and have this person feel like symptoms, because that's what parasites do. When they find a good host and the conditions are bad, then the parasite will be like, no! So Takano had this theory that the Oyashiro-sama's like curse was a parasite. And honestly, I personally think that holds a lot of weight, and so does Rena. Rena is super uh, buying into this conspiracy theory because she herself experienced the curse of Oyashiro-sama, leaving town and feeling maggots in her blood and trying to get them out of her. Um, so she knew about, like, she experienced that before she even knew that that was a phenomenon that people were describing about trying to leave Hanamizawa. Um, and this was like something that I think the priests were like describing to people, like, is what happened. And so the power of suggestion was probably a thing that was causing these people to have this delusion. But again, Rena never heard about this, but she experienced it. So she got Keiichi to also believe the conspiracy theory, and then Keiichi, against Rena's will, uh, ended up talking to Mion. She said, no, we have to keep it between us. But he didn't let Rena know and talked to Mion, and Mion kind of like was like, you crazy, Keiichi. None of that's true. Wow, that's bullshit. And now Keiichi's like, oh, what the fuck? I fell for this conspiracy theory, but Rena's still in it. To the point where she thinks the dudes that showed up to mow the lawn are the dudes that were following her, but that was just a delusion as far as we know as well. Um, so, yeah. Who do we believe?
Who do
Who
we
do we
believe?
believe? I believe a little of both. I think there is weight to this pathogen like parasite theory. I think I think it makes sense. Maybe it's not as crazy as Takano is making it out to be, but I think it makes a lot of sense and there might be a little bit of truth to it. And I think Mion is trying to cover up for the Sonozaki family a little bit. But I do think there's also some truth to what Mion is saying. Um, but I also think Mion is just trying to make Rena's theory sound crazy. Mion probably doesn't even know about like whatever parasite thing is going on. Psychosomatic thing? Probably. Probably. I know EDA has something to do with it, like whatever this quote unquote parasite thing is, because there's like, a syringe thing involved. So I think that's all we really need to talk about, unless there's anything you wanted to add, Cal.
I don't know if I just had an auditory hallucination, but I swear to God, I just heard the like Destiny 2 login music.
I
And I
think you've been.
definitely don't have that open.
Yeah, I don't know what the Destiny 2 login music is now.
It's like it's like that. And
Oh.
I swear to God, I heard like the twinkling bit at the beginning, and I was like, huh? Did I
Grab water.
accidentally open it?
Grab water, everybody, and this is your last chance to get your redeems out because I'm gonna press that button and I'm gonna
I thought
turn
you
them
were going
all
to say,
off.
this is your last chance to grab water. There'll never be any more
There
after
will
this. They'll
never
stop
be
making
another
it.
chance to grab water. Good job. Good job. Good choice. Alright.
Teams off. They were mowing the grass near the fence, which was probably a cover to monitor their surroundings. But just in case, I tried to escape from the school. But they must have been thinking that would only happen after school was over. They seemed to have no idea that I'd already noticed their plan and was trying to run away at that very moment. I couldn't see the front gate, since they'd find me easily, or I couldn't use the front gate. I moved behind the school building, made sure nobody was around the curry garden, ran through it, and dashed into the forest. I walked through the dense undergrowth, stepping on dead wood and climbing over fallen trees. After walking through the forest for a while, I came to a small road. I know many back roads in this village because of our club activities, and that knowledge had finally come in handy. So what should I do now? I'm sure the girl already passed on my message to Chie-sensei. Those men must be going crazy by now, knowing that I ran away.
Did anyone else talk to Ryugo-san before she left school? Everybody in the class looked at each other and shook their heads. Chie-sensei looked a bit upset that Rena left school early without telling her in person.
Rena-san has been feeling sick these days.
Me. She left her back here. What happened to her? I have a bad feeling about this. What? I think I know what's going on. I'm not sure, but I have a very bad feeling about this. She must have taken another ridiculous story seriously or something. I hope she won't do anything crazy.
I hurried home.
I've noticed the text for Rena is getting redder.
Yes, it's gotten darker. It's more of a like a salmon color or like a rose color now.
Yeah, it started off like a really light, like coral salmon color, and now it's getting dark. It's just been gradually getting darker. It's really good.
Did they cry yet? There's been a lot of crying.
Mm-hmm.
My father might be at his new job, or he might have gone shopping. He wasn't around when I got there. Now that they're on the move, I'm no longer safe in my house. They're very dangerous people. They're trained to be capable of attacking the Ministry of Construction, and they actually pulled off the kidnapping of the grandson of the minister. Locked doors and windows don't mean anything to them. In fact, it'd be like I was hiding in a box, which they could just open up at any time. I could no longer stay at my home. It's very sad and frustrating. I killed Rina and Tepe and finally regained a peaceful life with my father. How could this happen to me? I remembered what Keiichi-kun told me before. It expressed my feelings better than anything.
Takano-san left us a huge parting gift.
Why did she give me those terrifying scrapbooks? Why did she tell me the secret of the unthinkable conspiracy? She got me into this. I didn't do anything. It's all Mio-san's fault! But who was interested in her stories? I was. We'll let her continue talking. I did. I did that out of curiosity. Who let the memories of Ibaraki return and told Mio-san about them? I did.
Alright, time to...
Those should be off.
They're supposed to close! There we go.
We'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you weren't here when we turned them off.
Yeah,
but...
no, it's fine. And that you can't read. It's okay. Don't worry, Scar Maestro. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's also a tiny little thing at the top of the screen. And it's supposed to close. I just didn't close it.
I shouldn't have remembered anything about that bizarre incident. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have gotten involved in that unthinkable conspiracy, and I could have just played around with my friends today. But even if I didn't know about the conspiracy, I'd still continue behind the scenes. Or it would. I would have been one of the... I'm remembering why we went into full screen mode now.
Is it really hard to read?
All right, it's just because it's like red on black and it's zoomed out for me.
Here we go. Hang on. Since the alerts are off anyway, so...
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would have been one member of the mob running in a panic, not knowing what's going on the day of Oyashida-sama's revival. I would have just been swallowed up in their conspiracy anyway. Would I be happier if I faced that day without knowing anything? Would I be happier if I struggled, knowing about it but ending up swallowed by it? If I'm going to end up the same way no matter what I choose to do, I'll fight. I'll choose to fight. Because that's how I seized my happiness before. When Rena invaded my home, seducing my father, I felt like it was the end of the world. I lived on the verge of despair every day. I thought that was the worst misfortune that could befall anyone. The way things are going, it wasn't really that bad at all. I only had 2 enemies, Rina Mamiya and Tepe Hojo. I knew my enemies and I knew how many there were. I lured them out one by one and I attacked them in the dark. It was a very easy problem to solve. But what about this one? I don't know who my enemies are and I don't know how many or how strong they are. Even the people I once trusted might be my enemies. I can't possibly be sure. It's totally different from the previous problem. This might be the end of the world. This time, it really was the worst thing that could possibly happen. Is that really the case? With Rena, I felt like it was the end of the world, but I no longer think it was that bad. So this might turn out to be an easy problem to solve in the end, and I might be able to laugh about it someday. I know that day will come. I know it for sure! So, I shouldn't think that this is the end of the world. Let's fight. I can fight. I can still struggle. I'd eat grass and drink mud if I needed to. I'm gonna bet on the 1% chance even though it's unbelievably small. If Mio-san didn't leave me the scrapbooks, I wouldn't even have been able to sit at the table to bet. I was lucky that I received the scrapbooks because they gave me the chance to choose my future. If I don't fight, they'll spread the terrible parasite and this village will face a great disaster. According to the legend, when the demons first came out of the swamp, people became demons right after being infected. And it happened while they were inside the village. These days, symptoms appear only when infected people leave the village, but that only applies to the later, weak parasite. The original parasite can reenact the curse of Oyashiro-sama, even when the infected are in the village. The legend of Oyashiro-sama will be reborn.
Those kids are
Humans. I
screaming.
know. I know. I was really
That's
hoping
who's
you couldn't hear
crying
it.
out there. No, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
They
Should I go close the
crying.
window?
Maybe. Unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Is it
You
hot?
take over, Rena. It's hot in my house. It's not hot outside, which is why the window was open.
Well, hmm. Hmm. Okay, I think we can deal. It'll be good.
Okay.
Okay.
Humans and demons will start killing each other, and Oyashiro-sama will come down to pacify the disaster. That's what they want! They want people to prostrate themselves before that miracle, and only the people who truly worship Oyashiro-sama will be saved.
Hi, Yoma.
I see. Ayoma. I know their true intention now. They're going to reenact the legend of Oyashiro-sama. After all, the villagers always say that Rika-chan is his incarnation, or reincarnation even. The stage is all set. They're going to use the parasite as the curse. So, how are they going to make it look like Oyashiro-sama came down to pacify everyone? I get it. They must have some kind of medicine, a specific cure for the parasite. When they recreated the stronger form of the parasite, they found a cure for it at the same time. They're going to use this cure to save only the people who believe in Oyashiro-sama, and as a result, the village will only have those fervent believers. They're going to make themselves the absolute rulers of Hinamizawa. Wait, I still might be underestimating them. Are they going to carry out that horrifying act of bioterrorism only inside Hinamizawa?
Rena really is going through it. You right.
History proves that when their goal is to control others, people desire to spread their religion across a wide area. I'm sure that they conducted research not only to bring back the primitive form of the parasite, but also to overcome its weakness, namely that it only thrives in Hinamizawa. According to Mio-san's research, the parasite doesn't like its host to be far from the region. Its weakness is distance. If they could extend the distance, if they could extend the area where it can live, I wonder how far along their research is. And how the parasite might be able to live not only in Hinamizawa, but in Okinomiya as well. Or maybe even in the city. Maybe the whole prefecture. It might be able to cover nearby prefectures as well. This is too serious to just call it a conspiracy. It's horrifying enough and its scale large enough to call it a revolution. The day of revival is probably not far off. I can tell by how they killed Mio-san and by the extent of their pressure that they're putting on me. They're trying to get rid of the small fish bone stuck in their throat by any means, because that day is coming closer. I'm the only one who can stand up against that revolution. I can't trust anybody. I think I can trust Keiichi-kun. But no one else! Mi-chan is out of the question. I can't trust Rika-chan either. Satoko-chan and Rika-chan stick together like superglue, so I can't trust Satoko-chan either. I can't trust any adults. I can't trust anybody! No one is on my side! I have to stand up against them alone. The clock is ticking towards that day, and the ticking noise made me frustrated. How should I fight against them? What should I do? I needed time to think. I needed a place, a safe area where I could concentrate on thinking. Fortunately, I had such an area already. My hideout at the garbage dump. Nobody ever goes there, so it's safe. Even if they found out about that place, I'm familiar with its surroundings. I know escape routes and places where I can hide. But it's a big shortcoming as a hiding place, or it has a big shortcoming. It's not hard to imagine what that is. I don't have any stock of food there. That's why I came home. I opened one of my father's drawers and took out his cash box. The contents have changed since the last time I looked inside.
Haven't changed.
I haven't changed. I can't fucking read.
Nah,
I'm
it's
too
fine.
panicked to read! There were many 10,000 yen bills in the cash box. I took them all. I couldn't tell how many bills there actually were, but it looked to be about 80 of them. This should be plenty. If I evaded them long enough to use all this money, that would mean that I did pretty well. Plus, I might use it to buy someone off. You can never have too much money, especially in a situation like this. I didn't take the bank book. If they were raiding an ambush at the bank, I'd be done for.
God.
It's too risky to withdraw money at the bank. I grabbed my backpack. I took the key for my bicycle. I put everything I think would be convenient to have into the backpack. I didn't care if it got heavy. I'd choose what was necessary to carry around later at my hideout. If there ended up being something I didn't need, I could leave it there. I looked at the clock. It had been 30 minutes since I came home. I stayed here too long. I rushed out of the house. I went to a small convenience store and bought as much sweetbread and canned food as I could fit in my backpack.
Oh my God.
An old lady was at the register. Probably suffering from dementia, she showed no interest in the extraordinary amount of food I was buying. But as soon as the manager of the store checked the sales that night, he'd find out. The idea didn't bother me, because I can no longer walk around the village in the daylight anyway. My backpack was full, and the cans hurt my back as I walked, but that didn't bother me either. I got to my hideout, still carrying the heavy backpack. I organized the stuff I bought. It was very heavy to carry, but now I had sufficient food. The abandoned construction office still has running water, so I could get some from there. I'd wanted to get some vegetables, but in a situation like this, I could hardly complain. After I organized things, I took out the scrapbooks I hid here and put my brain into top gear, flipping through the pages. So, now what? How am I going to stand up against this gigantic conspiracy? I needed to calm down, stay cool, but also to think fast. There might not be a lot of time, so I'd have to hurry, but I don't know what to do. It's easy to run to school in the morning when I oversleep. It's easy because I know where I should go. But now I don't know where I should go or what I should do. Now that I've come to this point, I should tell Oishi-san everything.
No.
It's highly likely he's an enemy.
Yes.
But that doesn't matter anymore. If it was true, I'd just declare war. And if he was on my side, he'd be my only remaining hope. I'm far too weak to stand alone against the terrifying scale of this conspiracy, poised to instill fear throughout Japan. I'd have to use a public phone to make the phone call. There's only one public phone in this village that stands at a place where it's hard for people to spot you. That phone booth. It stands in the middle of nowhere where nobody really comes around. Many bugs gather around the light when it's dark, and it's not a pleasant place to go to. But I can't think of any other public phones I can use to contact Oishi-san without being seen. Even though it stands in the middle of nowhere, it's still dangerous to use in the daylight. I should wait until nightfall and take advantage of the darkness. I heard that Oishi-san has been holed up in the station since Mio-san's murder case, so I should be able to reach him anytime. I have the number for the direct line to his office, too. The sky was still bright. Even though I had no time, I still had to wait for it to get dark. Frustrated, I glared at the sunset. I should find something to do. I couldn't waste any time that I had, so there must be something to do. After I thought about what I could do, I found there was something I wanted to confirm. Something I'd been worried about. I couldn't do anything else before it got dark anyway. Staying here doing nothing would just make me more frustrated. I made my decision and left the hideout.
Rena's father paced up and down restlessly in the front of his house. A bicycle appeared, its rider ringing the bell. Police officer! Here! Over here! A police officer from the Hinamizawa police station had shown up. Having rushed to get there, he was breathing hard. Do you want to be a resident?
Sure. I hope you didn't wait too long. Please tell me what happened.
I know I locked the door before I left, but when I came back, the door was left open and... He led the police officer into the house. The notification did say off, but that's because I forgot to change the game category. But it's changed now.
Oops.
And look, my cash box was left open in my room. She's not covering her tracks very well for somebody so paranoid.
How you found it? You didn't touch anything?
I didn't touch the cash box itself because I thought they might have left fingerprints. I did touch the contents a little bit to check what was missing.
And what did they take?
They didn't take my bank books or my personal seal, but they took my cash.
They didn't take your bank book or personal seal, huh? You were lucky. Professional thieves today don't take bank books because they know how easily they can get caught by using them. This might be a professional cat burglar. Instead of taking the cash box with him, he opened it here. He has to be a pro. So how much cash was in there?
I haven't counted it for a long time, but I believe there were about 110,000 yen bills.
Ah, I see. Did you tell anybody that you had that much cash in here?
No, I didn't, but they probably knew I kept some cash in the house.
They? Who are they? Can you tell me more about them?
Well, it's kind of an embarrassing story. Her name is Rina Mamiya, and just then the phone rang. Oh, excuse me, I'll just go get that. Please give me a minute. He grabbed the phone. Hello, this is the Ryugu residence. Hello. This is my Bada. Is Rena-san there? No, she hasn't come back from school yet. It might be a different amount unless you adjusted accounting for inflation, because this is 1983, so it's probably more money than that, actually.
Yeah, probably a lot more, I would assume.
Probably. She hasn't? I'm very sorry, but I'm in the middle of something right now. Can you call back later? I'm sorry. Bye. He hung up after that. Hang on, did I post on Blue Sky? Did. Okay. Had to make sure. Oh, it's
That
Renner!
was scum. It didn't look like anything had changed on the surface. It was hard to find this place at all because it perfectly blends in with the surroundings. I only found this place again because I remembered there was a tree with a big lump of wood on it nearby. The spot where I buried the corpses was perfectly camouflaged, as if nothing had happened. That's why, at first, I thought I came to the wrong place. But I could make certain once I stick a shovel in the ground. I should be able to tell right away whether this place was dug up before or not. After several false starts, I found the exact spot where I buried the corpses. But the biggest problem of all is that there are no bags in there at all. Why? How come? Did I bury them deeper than this? No, I didn't. I remember exactly how deep I buried them. I know I didn't bury them deeper than this. I wasn't expecting this. I came here to check the corpses. I just wanted to do that to kill some time.
$9,200 in today's money. Awesome.
I didn't want to stay in my hideout doing nothing, so I came here to check if the corpses I buried were still there. I'd make sure they were still there, and I'd feel relieved. It was supposed to go like that. This was such an unexpected turn of events that I broke out into a cold sweat. What's going on? What's going on? I don't need to calm down to think about what happened. Corpses can't come back to life and crawl out of the ground. Someone must have dug them out. Who did it? And for what purpose? Did anyone happen to see us burying corpses here? And did they take them out after we left? What if they handed them over to the police? No, it can't be. It's been quite a while since the day we buried them here. It was before the Watanagashi festival. So if the police did find the corpses, when Oishi contacted me, he had to know about Rina and Tepe. But he didn't tell me anything about them. I don't think he was hiding anything on purpose either. So that means the police don't know about Rina and Tepe yet. Then why are the corpses gone? That would leave only one answer. Who knows about this place? One of us came back here, dug out the bags, and took them away. The first person who comes to mind is Mion. I mean, the Sonozaki family, but I can't think of a reason why they would do that.
What is that jostling noise?
That's me shifting, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. It was just like continuing, and I was like, is there something happening?
It's because my chair is made out of faux leather, and it's very squeaky, and the slightest noise makes it go.
Oh, it just kind of sounded like your mic was like shaking a little bit, so I was like, uh-oh. I wasn't sure.
No.
Anyway. No, you're good.
The murder of Rina and Tepe had nothing to do with them. I'm sure they don't want to get involved either, let alone be falsely accused. They must want to stay as far away from this case as possible. Why would they want to keep the corpses? It's like keeping a joker even though you'll lose if you have the joker by the end of the game. If I was Michan, what would I do? What would I do if I was club president? The joker is a card that you want to get rid of, at least in the game I mentioned earlier, but it becomes a powerful card in other games. What kind of game would that be? An electric shock ran through my spine. At the same time, I realized it. They are one step ahead of me. The Sonozaki family got corpses to use them as a joker, as a wild card. They're trying to use them to sell me out to the police. The Sonozaki family is trying to kill me using their death squad, but they want to have insurance just in case they fail. The thing they're afraid of the most is that I might work together with the police. If they could prevent that from happening, I'd have no one to work with. If that happens, I can no longer run away from them. I'd still be a fish in their pond. They're going to use the corpses to sell me out to the police for the murder of Rina and Tepe. If the police started seeing me as a suspect, they'd never listen to my story. Heck, they could have been my last hope, but this will certainly turn them against me. But I'm sure the Sonozaki family doesn't want to use their joker unless absolutely necessary. After all, Mion Sonozaki helped bury the corpses. Plus, they don't want the police to hover around Hinamizawa when the day of revival is so close. I'm going to call Oishi tonight and I'm going to ask him for help. I'm going to tell him everything, including the things I haven't even told Keiichi-kun. I don't know if Oishi will believe me. This is a gamble, and my chances of winning is very small. Plus, my worst enemy has the Joker, the bags with the corpses inside. I'm impressed with Mion. That's just what I'd expect from the leader of our club. This is a battle that I'm betting my life on, but to Mion, this is like a board game taking place across Hinamizawa itself. I grinned, repeating to myself that it's just a game. I put my life on the line for every club activity we do, because I don't want to suffer the punishment. This time, that's become the literal truth. There could only be one reason why they're trying so hard to drive me into a corner. It's because they're afraid of me. I assumed I was just a little girl with no power, running around in confusion. But my enemy must not be thinking that way. If they didn't think I was a threat to them, they wouldn't take risks like this to drive me into a corner. That means the scrapbooks Mio-san left me must be way more dangerous to them than I think they are. I see. They have a Joker. But so do I. The Joker I have is so deadly and so powerful that it can break their plot into pieces. That's why they're so eager to find me. A cornered mouse really can bite a cat. I felt my fear toward my enemy fade all away of a sudden. That was said badly. Just as I fear them, so do they fear me too. So, this is an evenly matched game. I don't have as bad a hand as I thought I did. I was right to come here. I found out about the card my enemy was holding. This is a big deal. I felt myself quiver with excitement. I grinned to encourage myself. I don't need to be here any longer. They know this place. They might come here to find me. It's not safe for me to stay here for too long. I decided to go back to my hideout. On the way back, I passed close to my house. I noticed something different right away. I hid behind a bush and looked at the front gate of my house. My father was talking to a police officer. I strained to catch their conversation.
Yes, she usually parks it there.
My father pointed to the place where I usually parked my bicycle.
I could be the resident if you want, since you're being Rena. Okay. Please let us know whenever your daughter comes back. We'll try to find her as well.
Mii-chan, you're good. Did you already play your Joker? Mion always starts a battle by attacking without hesitation and wins. It seems like the police are already after me. My chance of being able to explain the conspiracy to Oishi was already small, but this makes it even smaller. No, that's why I'm going to talk to Oishi. He sees the Sonozaki family as his enemy, and he's trying to expose everything about them before his retirement. That's why he'll be on my side. He's not going to fall for their trick. Of course, there's a very high possibility that everything was part of their trap from the beginning. It's possible that he claimed the Sonozaki family was his enemy in order to make me believe that he's on my side. Their Joker is actually giving me hope. If Oishi is one of them, it would be too early to play their Joker. Oishi isn't one of them. That's why they got the Joker, so they can play it before I go to the police. No, wait, that might be a trick to make me think that way in order to make me trust Oishi. When Mion gives me two choices to choose from, it's usually better to choose the one I like without thinking too much. Mion, after all, likes to guess people's intentions in order to confuse them. So when you think about a choice too much, you're already in her trap. I'm going to do as I planned. I'm going to call Oishi after it gets dark. If he's going to become my ally, we can talk about the future. And if he isn't, that, I realized, was what I had to think about before it got dark.
Rena is going insane.
This is a really good illustration of how conspiracy thinking leads to more conspiracy thinking and drives you into a hole.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's you.
No, don't worry about calling so late. I don't get paid overtime, but I'm on duty as long as I'm here. I started the conversation with an ordinary greeting to try and gauge his reaction.
If you ever need me to take over for Oishi,
I
let
was
me
gonna
know.
ask if you could take over for Rena's talking. I'll do the narration and Noishi.
Okay. I can
Is that
take...
okay with you?
So, me taking over for Rena's talking? Sorry, I read the chat for a
Yes.
second. Okay, got it. Yeah, I can do that.
There's a 50-50 chance that Oishi is one of them. If he's their pawn, he'll either lure me out somewhere so he can arrest me, or he'll ask me where the scrapbooks are. But even if he didn't, that wouldn't prove anything.
Hang on, can I actually... Yeah, I can do a quick save here. Because I saw Blake redeemed save. It just doesn't have the sound. Because I turn off the sound when that happens. Anyway.
He's going to be difficult to determine if he's on my side or not, and I'd have to tell him about the scrapbooks no matter what. My heart's beating very fast. Even if I was sure that Oishi isn't their pawn, I'd still have to make him believe such a crazy story, and I'd have to do that over the phone. Worrying wouldn't do anything for me. This is, I know, a gamble. I have but a small chance of winning. If I didn't put my chips on the table, the game wouldn't even start.
I told you a little bit about this before, but I think somebody is following me.
Oh my god. I just accidentally opened Citra because I nudged my fucking mouse, and Citra's home screen is like pure white in my dark room, and I fucking just flashbanged myself.
Oh.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
I wasn't sure before. I thought it was just my imagination, but things have changed over the past few days, and now I'm certain.
What do you mean things have changed?
A few cars have been following me. One of them is a white van with 4 men in it. They disguise themselves as gardeners, but they're actually...
The fuck was that?
What the fuck is that? Is that a car?
What was that? It sounded like a fucking, like, large beetle. And not the car beetle, I mean like an insect.
It sounds like a fucking like a lawnmower, honestly, mixed with a motorcycle. What
do you know
the
what
fuck?
it sounded like, actually? You
What?
know, those toys that they have where you, like, have a little pull string, and it's, like, a plastic pull string, and it goes, like, zip?
Mm-hmm. That's what it
to, like,
sounded like.
set shit going. It sounded like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's like I think there's a car show going on today. So I apologize if there are really loud engines outside my window. That's probably why.
It's okay, I have children, you have cars.
Yeah. The duality. A few cars have been following me.
From the car
You probably heard it. One of them is a white van with 4 men in it. They disguise themselves as gardeners, but they're actually attack units.
Great out of context quote. Attack units? You mean the Sonozaki family's death squad?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's them. They came to my school today. I managed to escape from them in time, but it was very close.
But why would they do that? Do they think you're trying to sniff out their connection to Tomatake's murder? Oishi hadn't mentioned the scrapbooks yet. It sounded rather unnatural to beat around the bush like that by mentioning Tomatake's murder. But as I haven't told him about the scrapbooks, it could be a legitimate reaction. To tell you the truth, I just heard some bad news. I wanted to confirm it a bit more before letting you know, but we did promise to share new information with each other. So this is what I heard. It seems like the Sonozaki Corps and Okinamiya are on the move.
Are you talking about the Sonozaki Corps?
Mm-hmm. You might find it a bit of a shock. They ordered their greenhorns to find a certain person.
A certain person?
My heart stopped for a moment upon hearing that. Are they? It's hard to believe. But you're the person they're looking for.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to find you. I just got this information, so I don't know the reason why, but they're mentioning your name.
So, you believe my story, that my life is in danger?
Yes. It matches with my information perfectly. Ryuga-san, what is going on? Do you have any idea? What they're really looking for is the scrapbooks that I have. They want to know where they are, and they believe that I'm hiding them. They must be thinking that they'll be able to hide the information in the scrapbooks forever if they succeed in shutting my mouth. But I couldn't tell Oishi about that yet. I answered his question by asking him a question.
What about you, Oishi-san? Do you have any idea? I can't think of anything.
No, I'm afraid I don't. It's hard to believe that the Sonozaki Corps are using their resources to capture an individual like you. But it's true. It came from a reliable source.
It might be the Sonozaki family who are after me, not just the Sonozaki Corps.
It's very unusual for them to take action like this. They only do this when one of their people runs away with their money, or something like that. It's usually about some kind of trouble within the group. They've never done things like this to an honest person like you.
Well, I'm honored to be the very first one, but I need you to do something other than tell me what tell me that they've never done this before.
I understand, Ryuga-san. Please calm down. Isn't it your turn to tell me something now?
What do you mean?
Like I said, the Sonozaki Corps don't take action like this often. They might be under some kind of misunderstanding, but still, it's very unusual that they would do something like this. Are you sure you have no idea? You could have gotten them confused about something without you knowing it. My guess is that you sniffed around the Sonozaki family and found out about a secret of theirs, or if they think you did. You can lead them to mobilize like that by doing nothing. What you did must have been obvious to them. Are you sure you have no idea?
I imagine the reason that they want her is because Keiichi talked to Mion, and Mion talked to Oreo, and that's that. So there must be truth within this conspiracy.
Or
a
vulnerable child has gone missing after suddenly leaving school.
That's true.
And their friends are concerned.
Yeah, but it's Sonozaki Corps.
Yeah, is it?
Anyway.
Is he my ally or my enemy? I still can't figure it out. This is it. Make your decision, Ren and Ryugu.
Maybe they're after me because I have Mio-san's scrapbooks.
Mio-san? Mio Takano? Our scrapbooks? What do you mean? If he was my enemy, he wouldn't be able to hide his excitement. But his voice remained steady, and it didn't sound unusual when he said the word scrapbooks.
Well, I met Mio-san at the library a few days before she was murdered. We talked and got along well, so she let me borrow some of her scrapbooks and what she wrote about her studies.
Scrapbooks, her studies?
Yes. Mio-san was studying the history of Hinamizawa. She summed up her findings in those scrapbooks. I think when they killed Mio-san, they found out that some of her scrapbooks were missing, and also that she gave them to me.
They're after the scrapbooks. Ryugu-san, what in the world are you talking about?
She collected all her research about Hinamizawa and its ancient past as Onigafuchi into these scrapbooks. She wrote about the origin of Oyashiro-sama's cult in them, too.
The origin of the cult of Oyashiro-sama? You mean the story about the man-eating demons?
Yes. In her research, she discovered a very important secret about Oyashiro-sama. The secret was extremely blasphemous for the people who worshipped him.
Blasphemous is that horn.
Oh, is there a horn? I'm sorry. My headphones are like noise canceling, so I can barely hear like whatever people hear outside.
Your headphones are noise canceling, and you still heard that fucking awful zipping noise?
I did.
That's crazy. That must have been so fucking loud.
It was very loud.
I see. Those people, the most devout believers, couldn't accept the result of her research. Oishi was taking notes. I could hear him writing something while he spoke.
They killed Mio-san, and they're trying to get at her scrapbooks. They weren't sure that I had them, so they followed me to find out. But I think they changed their plans yesterday. They're now trying to kill anyone they think is suspicious.
I see. That doesn't sound good at all. I'm gonna arrange a security detail for you. And let me take a look at the scrapbooks, too. I might be able to find some clues about her murder.
No. I mean, they might have pawns inside the police force, so don't worry about me. I can look after myself. The same with the scrapbooks. They're going to try to destroy them, even if they were kept at the police station.
You may
Stop.
be right.
Stop
If
the cars.
If the Sonozaki Corps is chasing after you because of an order from the head of the Sonozaki family, that means our enemy is the Sonozaki family itself. If so, I'm afraid I really can't guarantee that we don't have a benefactor to the Sonozakis in our presence.
That's what I'm saying. You just didn't want to say Among Us.
Correct.
Please don't worry about me. But I have a favor to ask you. It's very important. Important.
Go ahead. What is it?
According to Mio-san's research, there's a horrifying conspiracy at work in the shadows of Hinamizawa, and it's about to be carried out in the near future.
A conspiracy? What's that about?
Oh, that's you.
I got tense all of a sudden. If I tell him everything, it's gonna sound like a big lie. I should leave out the bizarre sounding parts for now. It'd actually make the story more credible.
Fanatical worshippers of Oyashiro-sama are the ones behind the conspiracy. Since the Meiji era, belief in Oyashiro-sama has slowly disappeared, so they're trying to revive the majesty of Oyashiro-sama that the people of Onigafuchi once worshipped.
Go on, I'm listening. I'm just writing this down.
According to Mio-san's research, the origin of the legend of Oyashiro-sama lies in a primitive endemic disease. People feared this endemic disease and called it the curse of Oyashiro-sama, and then someone like a doctor treated the disease and was then worshipped by the villagers as Oyashiro-sama himself. The village was then under his control.
Oh, I see. That's interesting. Go on.
The endemic disease was caused by a parasite unique to this region, but it became weaker with every generation, and now it doesn't do any harm to people, as you can imagine. To them, a harmless endemic disease means no curse of Oyashiro-sama. No curse means no savior. They can't keep the sanctity of Oyashiro-sama like that.
And to revive the sanctity of Oyashiro-sama means they have to revive the endemic disease, right?
That's right. They want to recreate the legend of Oyashiro-sama in order to make Oyashiro-sama a deity again. Deity. I think it's both. That's why they're trying... Yes. That's why they're trying to create the original parasite, because it can bring back the more powerful strain of the endemic disease. The true intention of the series of the mysterious deaths was to test the results of their research. And now they finally succeed... Fuck! And now they finally succeeded reenacting the Maggots disease with Tomitake-san.
It's really hard to read for Rena. Oh wow, nice alliteration. Because she just yaps so much. Like, she's a quiet girl until you touch on one of her fucking little special interests here, and she's like, actually, I have many words.
It's not just that. I feel like having to do like a voice while she's like going on forever. It's like, yes. Whoa, I have respect. It took them 5 years, but they managed to bring the parasite back to its original power.
What the hell? That's a reference to again. Fuck.
To what?
Fucking Danganronpa.
Oh. Their goal is to spread the parasite, use the cure they developed to save only those people who believe in Oyashiro-sama, and create for them a paradise. This is sounding very Silent Hill right now. A little bit. The true paradise. That's Resident Evil.
I know, I wanted to piss you off. Are you sure it's all true?
The scrapbooks say that most of the residents of Hinamizawa are infected by the parasite. There's medical evidence of its existence, too.
I can't believe it. Damn it! That Hagorio's on death's door already. Yet she can't just cross the sticks on her own. This is indiscriminate terrorism. What the hell?
The original parasite could only survive around Hinamizawa, but there's a high probability that they've improved it to be able to survive in a wider area. It's going to destroy not only Hinamizawa, but also Okinomiya, or even the entire city, or the entire prefecture.
Damn it. What should we do? Who's behind all this?
It's the three families. Most likely the Sonozaki family is in charge, but I'm not sure if Oreo is the leader or not. I can only refer to them as they, because that's their pronouns. They're non-binary. I also have no idea how far this thing
Good
reaches.
for them, but this is also really bad.
I don't think that had a word in the 1980s. I don't think non-binary was a word back then.
I think it was in Western circles, but
Maybe.
The queer Japanese scene has always been very different.
Oh yeah.
Do you know where they're doing all this research? I can shut it down.
I don't know. It's not in the scrapbooks either. Do you have any idea?
It must be a big facility to do that kind of research. You can use a garage for remodeling guns or something like that, but when it comes to parasites, I don't think that'll be enough.
Mio-san was a nurse at the ADA clinic. Do you think that could be it? I always thought it was a bit too big and fancy for a small village like Hinamizawa.
Ah, the idiot clinic. They need a specially designed facility with advertised airtight containment, among other considerations, to be able to do research on dangerous parasites like this one. It's easy to equate suspicious research with a clinic facility, but it also sounds too easy and a little cliché. At first I thought they converted a part of the clinic into a secret research center, but that actually sounds a little too unrealistic.
Anyway, I don't know where it is, so please find that out. Can't you just raid every suspicious place at once? You need a warrant, Rena. Yeah.
As you know, we need a warrant for that kind of thing. There's a way I can get one even if after doing a raid, but I need conclusive evidence that it was actually the research building in question in order to do that. Oishi is a police officer. If he's going to work as a police officer, he has to follow their rules.
But they really are planning bioterrorism! There has to be a reason why they killed Mio-san so quickly. I think the reason is because their day of revival isn't far off.
Okay, I understand. I'll try to do what I can. With an unthinkable plan like this, I'd imagine it'd be too difficult to keep all the Sonozaki members on their side. I'm sure there are some who are secretly against it. I'll try to make contact with those people. Don't worry, I'm very good at things like this. Oishi laughed to try and cheer me up. I was upset with the work of the police before, but Oishi's positive reaction is very reliable. He's what you might call an outlaw. Oishi's greatest advantage to me is that he doesn't exactly play by the rules. It's very encouraging that he has that kind of skill, especially since we have to act both very quickly and without conclusive evidence. The police normally investigate incidents after they've happened, but that doesn't work in this case. If this incident actually does occur, it's going to be a big disaster.
Mio-san exposed such a horrifying conspiracy. I'm scared.
She met with a very sad end. She was burned in a drum in the mountains of Gifu. I feel very sorry for her. Oh, right, I forgot to tell you something. We found something odd about her death.
Boy, here, they're gonna drop something. It's gonna be like, what the fuck? Let's go. Something odd?
Well, at first I thought it had something to do with the case. But after hearing your conspiracy story, it's going to sound like nothing. The crime lab probably just made a mistake.
Please tell me. I want to know. We promised to tell each other everything, didn't we?
I don't mean to hide it. It's just that it might sound like a silly horror story. Ryugi-san, do you remember the night of Watanagashi? After the festival. You and your 4 friends talked to Tomitake and Takano, didn't you?
Yes, we did. We just talked for a few minutes or so, I think.
Well,
Here we go.
We found Takano's dead body that night, but the crime lab in Gifu Prefecture said that she'd been dead for 24 hours when she was found.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That doesn't make any sense. If that's true, she'd have to be dead the night before the festival.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm confused. If she was found dead on the night of Watanagashi, and she had to be dead for 24 hours, that means... In short, it means she was already dead on the night of Watanagashi. So the Takano whom you saw on that night was... a zombie, yeah! I got you, didn't I? Well, like I said, I think they just made a mistake. I felt my brain freezing over. Oishi laughed, saying that it sounded like a horror story from summer camp. But actually, the fact that Mio-san's time of death was off backed up her incredulous theories. I haven't mentioned this one to Oishi or Keiichi-kun. If I did, they start to doubt everything else I've said. That's how absolutely unbelievable this theory is. At any rate, the mismatch of the time of Mio-san's death means a lot. An irony. Mio-san came up with the theory, and she proved it correct with her own life. No, not yet. This doesn't prove anything yet. If her theory is true, it might happen again. There's no way. It can't be true. I still can't believe it. But Oishi just said it. He said Mio-san was already dead on the night of the festival. It means that the Mio-san who was walking arm in arm with Tomitake-san that night wasn't Mio-san. Mio-san was already dead, so that wasn't her. That means she was... I felt a new sensation, one I'd never felt in my life before. It wasn't an ordinary kind of dread. It was fear of the truth. No fear is worse than the fear of accepting a truth you don't want to believe. Compared to this fear, the fear of being stalked by the Sonozaki family or being burned alive in an oil drum looked silly. That's how deep a fear I felt. And I felt it crawling all over my body. Ryuga-san, please listen to me. I understand you don't trust the police. It's true that the Sonozaki family has control over the entire city. There are some traitors at my station, too. But you're in danger. You can trust me. I want you to trust me as an individual person. I can provide shelter for you. It's in a place nobody knows but me. Please trust me. I don't doubt Oishi at this point. I actually think he's very reliable. I would have said yes without a second thought, but the situation has drastically changed. If Mio-san's death backs up this unbelievable truth, I trust Oishi. I believe he'll find the enemy and take them down. But I'd rather protect myself on my own and let somebody else do it. If the unbelievable truth is real, then I couldn't trust anybody except myself. No, even myself might appear before me too.
Oishi-san, thank you so much. Anyway, please find their research center and put a stop to their conspiracy. I'm going to hide somewhere for a while. I'll call you again.
I notice I've been on the phone too long. I've been using this phone booth with a light in the middle of the darkness. In other words, I've been telling everybody I'm here. Hello? Hello?
She hung up. Oishi wanted to talk more. He clicked his tongue and put the phone down. His junior, Kumagai, rushed into the room. Oishi-san, it's getting really bad now. The one who gave the Sonozaki Corps the order to find Rena Ryugu. It's Tatsuyoshi Kasai. What?
Kasai? Akane Sonozaki's right-hand man. Even now, I can't take him seriously.
Tatsuyoshi Kasai was a pretty high-ranking big shot, even amongst the boss's younger brothers. He used to be the boss of a subordinate branch, but after suffering a bad injury during a gang war, he stepped down, and now he served as the boss's aide. Akane Sonozaki, that's the twins' mom, right?
Yes.
Okay. Relies especially on him, and as her right-hand man, he's still feared even now. When Kasai moves, other gangs consider it as a declaration of war. They fear him very much. He's a warrior among warriors. He's been lying low these days, but he's led countless numbers of gang wars. He was also the leader of the professional attack squadron that went to the US to receive military training during the dam conflict. They were crazy enough to think of attacking the Ministry of Construction for real.
For real?
It looks like it's causing quite an uproar among our informants. They're saying that Ren and Ryugu must have found some kind of information that's very inconvenient for the Sonozaki Corps.
I'm impressed at how to the point our informants you actually are. Still, this is getting serious.
Sato-san thinks it's the tape Oreo and the Ministry of Construction recorded during their secret negotiations. If that's true, it's going to cause quite a few deaths. This is more serious than that, Oishi thought. If her story is true, this is a massive conspiracy. It's going to cause more than quite a few deaths. It might destroy the entire village or even the entire prefecture. This is going to be the biggest terrorist strike in history. Aw, man, we're out of snoozes. Damn.
Ren Ryugu is in danger. Danger of this ad. You can skip it if you donate.
Subscribe.
Hey. Kuma-chan, arrange an unmarked patrol car to keep watch on her house. As of today, we're going to put Ren Ryugu under protection. She's convinced she's being threatened by the gang. I'll talk to the section manager later. Silta is playing VTube Studio.
Silta must be streaming. Well, actually, Ren Ryugu seems to have run away from home. A police officer confirmed that a lot of money disappeared from her father's cash box. Sounds like she took it and ran away. And I also had a call about a car. Bless you. A car belonging to the Sonozaki Corps parked in front of her house, too.
What? Why didn't you tell me that sooner? Ren Ryugu's in great danger. She wasn't calling me from her house then. We need to find her right away. Get me a car. Arrest the people parked in front of her house. And get some guys over here. They're coming with me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Would you agree to take a break? Because my throat hurts and I need water.
Yeah, let's take a break. And we'll read Shion's lines later.
Screw you, Shion. You're getting put on hold.
Alright, chat. This is what you want. Break time.
Break time. I go pee. Bye.
Enjoy these pictures of the Kenosha Theater. Alright, we back.
Hi.
Cal is suffering. Yeah, he almost died. He almost died. Fell in the toilet.
No.
Yep.
No.
No.
No. No.
You just continue the same exact no every time. Anyway, you want to read Shion?
No. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
What? Renaissance wasn't at home? It's pretty late.
Yes. I waited in front of her house for a while, but she didn't come home. Oh, that was Kasai! I see. And that... Okay, it should... Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't turn that back off.
I have a sad story. Girlfriend told me she'd leave me if I kept making Smash Mouth references.
Fuck you.
Damn.
I love you,
That's
Gil.
What you get.
I love you, Gil. I'm sorry. Let me also close this Karasu bunk because it's not closing for some reason. All right, there you go, Shion.
Maybe she's at a friend's place. She might be at Sis's house with her other friends doing their club activities or whatever.
Shion was lying down on the sofa, picturing her sister and her friends fooling around and playing games like they always did. I thought so too, so I stopped by Mion-san's house, but Rena-san wasn't there either. Mion-san was worried about her too.
Oh, really? Well, I wonder what happened to her.
She might have been caught by some hoodlum, though that would be unusual. I already told my staff to look for her just in case.
I don't think that's what happened. She's not as weak as she looks.
Anyway, why did she want to see me? Kasai took off his jacket. Shion only told him to go see Rena because she heard that Rena had requested to see him in person. Oh! I see.
You forgot, didn't you?
I sure did forget about that.
Oh, I thought I told you. She said she found something you lost. Rena-san wanted to give it back to you in person.
It's been a while.
Hey, I guess she likes you or something.
Oh, please. Anyway, I hope she's alright. Right then the phone rang. Kasai answered it while loosening his tie. Yes? Yes. I understand. At once. Kasai sounded very serious, and Shion immediately figured out who he was talking to.
Who was it? Was it my father?
Yes. The Sonozaki family has sent out an order to find Rena-san right away and to bring her to the main house.
You mean Oreo gave the order? I wonder what Rena-san did. Will she have to peel off her own fingernails? I hope Oreo goes easy on her. Poor girl.
Rena hasn't come home yet?
Keiichi,
No.
for fuck's sake, can you get your mouse off the screen?
It's like next to the text box!
I know, I'm being silly.
The fucking text doesn't advance unless I have the cursor, like, within the window.
I know. I'm
It drives me fucking...
sorry.
It drives me fucking crazy, honestly. And I'm sorry that it shows up on Discord for some reason. I don't know. No, I heard that Rena ran away from home and that she's hiding somewhere. Hiding somewhere? What do you mean? Also, I just got this information. It seems the police are looking for her. What? An unmarked patrol car is watching her house right now. It seems there are several patrol cars looking for her in the village. Uncle Kimiyoshi received a call from the police, too. He was told to use the town network to find out if anybody knows where she is. Do you think they found the corpses we hid? We hid them deep in the mountains. They couldn't have found them that easily. No, it's 100% impossible. I guarantee you that. Wow, how can you be so sure? Well, I dug them up. No, to tell you the truth, I let the Sonozaki family take care of them. They moved the bags to a secret place. Secret place? Calm down! Don't worry about it. I heard that there's a major logging project happening this summer on that mountain where we hid the corpses, so I arranged help and took care of it. I see. You're a very reliable person when you're on my side, but you'd be a very scary person to have as an enemy. You're right. I recommend you never underestimate me. So it's not the corpses they're after. Then why are the police trying to find her? I don't know. But it seems like many gang members knew that Teppei Hojo and Rina Mamiya were trying to blackmail the Ryugu family. So that might be the reason why the police are after Rena. I don't think they consider her a suspect yet, but they probably want her as a material witness. That's the same thing! Damn it! Rena finally regained her peaceful life. I'm not going to let them ruin it. Mion, we need to help her. Of course! I already told my family in Okinomiya to find her before the police can. You can trust the Sonozaki family. They can protect her from the police. 120% guaranteed.
So who do you trust?
I don't know.
Do you trust Oishi acting on his own as a rogue policeman and all the power that grants and disgrants him?
Never trust a cop. Never.
Or do you trust Mion Sonozaki, heir to a Yakuza family, and just now admitter of tampering with a crime scene?
I don't trust either of them. I don't think there's anybody we can trust right now. like Rena said. Yeah, no, like, you can't trust the cops, especially Oishi. Like, fuck Oishi. You can't trust him. And, like, I trust the Sonozakis more, honestly. But I still don't trust them fully. Okay. But just finding her first isn't going to solve the problem. We have to do something to clear her of suspicion. I'll think about that after we found her. We can make as many alibis as she needs and as many witnesses for the alibis as necessary. We have very good lawyers too. We'll never abandon our friends when they're in trouble. That's right. We can save Rena. Damn it. I wish I could do more than to depend on you, Mion. Well, don't worry about it. It's okay to let someone else handle the situation when that person is better at it. Ha! This old man will take care of everything. Also, I'll create an alibi to fool the cops watching the whole village. We'll say Rena was spotted near Gogura. The wider the search area, the fewer policemen in one place. I see. That's a great idea. This is like nothing to us. We did more during the dam conflict. I'll protect Rena. And Kei-chan. Rena trusts you. And Kei-chan? Rena trusts you more than anybody. So, she might come to you. If she does, please protect her. And give me a call right away. Yeah, will do. Rena is a strong girl. She should be fine. She can overcome this. Yeah, I think so too. I hesitated to say something. Rena hadn't been her normal self lately. If she was her normal self, I have no doubt that she could overcome this. But Rena is deeply convinced that Takano-san's delusions are true. Hang on. I thought I was hearing shit.
This music sounds like the sort of music that you'd hear during a tutorial in like a Wii Fit game.
Sorta, yeah. It kind of reminds me of like very calming Ace Attorney music, like Phoenix Wright.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
True.
Rena believes the Sonozaki family is behind the conspiracy. I'm not sure if she trusts the Sonozaki family to protect her. Don't worry, I'm her friend too. She'll understand once I sit down and talk to her. Just like Kei-chan and I cleared up our misunderstanding, I can do that with her. I still can't believe that you believe such a crazy story, though. Well, can't believe I did either. This is going to be the most embarrassing thing to ever happen in my life. Shut up, Keiichi. I believe her. Fuck you. Really was deeply convinced until I talked to Mion. Even after the promise of friendship we made, I doubted her. Takano-san was endowed with magic, and I think the scrapbooks she wrote also carried a spell. That's a cool sentence. The scrapbooks can make people go mad. They're forbidden scrapbooks. Nobody was supposed to read them. Rena is captivated by the power of that magic, even after Takano-san's death. I have to wake her up. Got a very bad feeling about it. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone is at the door. It might be the police. I have to go now. Okay. I'll tell them that Rena is hiding near Gogura. If they ask you something, just keep telling them you don't know anything. Okay, got it. Mion waited for my answer, then hung up the phone. After she hung up, I slowly started to feel like Rena was being consumed by some huge, unthinkable fate. It's not only the police I'm worried about. I'm also worried because Rena is ensnared by the power of Takano-san's magic. I fear that she might be suffering from incredible anxiety. Okay, I'm going back on my theory that Takano-san is in the middle of everything, and I think this Takano-san's magic metaphor might be actually, like, not a metaphor and real! Takano-san is magical!
Are you saying that witches are real?
Yes. She's a demon.
We'll come back to that.
Alright, cool. Awesome! I'm on the right track! You have confirmed it! Okay. Oh. Right.
Well, we'll come back to that in a long time. Several years from now.
God damn it.
Several real years from now.
Rena might be hiding at her secret base in the garbage dump. Rena once told me that she used to spend time there when Rina-san was at her house. She told me that she hid the scrapbooks there too. She's hiding there. She must be hungry by now. I should bring her something to eat. I went to the kitchen to look for some junk food. My mother looked confused. Mom! I'm going to go somewhere, but I'll be right back. You could be the mom.
At this time? It's late.
It's very important. I promise I'll be right back. And if Rena comes here while I'm gone, let her stay in my room. And if someone calls and asks you if you know where she is, just tell them you don't know and hang up, okay? Keiichi, stop. My mom looked angry that I was leaving the house at so late an hour, but I rushed out of the house before she could say anything. I grabbed a flashlight from the wall of the garage, got on my bicycle, and sped off into the darkness. The moon looked beautiful. The moon is right. Oh, there's a gnat. Get out.
Get it. Kill
The
it.
moon looked beautiful, but in a creepy way. I feel like something terrible is going to happen. I don't know what it is, but I know it's coming. Something is going to happen. The moon, seemingly knowing just what that something will be, looked like it was laughing at us, pacing back and forth in confusion. Damn it. Laugh all you want. Laugh at this funny story as much as you want. I'm not going to laugh. I'm going to fight. I'm going to smash through whatever fate is waiting for us. Rena, I hope you're there. Maybe my bicycle needs some oil? It's making a lousy noise as I pedaled. Damn it, even my bicycle is laughing at us.
Pretty.
Yippee. Yeah. My tired at them. That's me.
That's you.
It's me. Village of the Body Snatchers.
You were going to say, though?
I forgot. Oh, I just looked at the time and realized we've been going only an hour and 30 minutes, and I'm like, will I survive? Because my fucking voice is already going hoarse. Or feeling like it's going hoarse.
I'll take over for a bit.
No, you don't have to. Like, it's fine. It's just, like, it's not just that. It's just how tired I am from yesterday. And I'm like...
I get you.
Let's see. Let's at least go 2 hours. And if I'm, like, exhausted by 2 hours, we can just save there and then pick up, like, whenever we're able to after the donathon. And probably finish this off, honestly. Because... I think we have 2 or 3 chapters left. We'll see. The exhaustion is kicking in.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that, but you can take this one. It's Rena anyway, and she's full red.
I finished talking with Oishi on the phone and soon left the phone booth. I realized something, and a chill ran through my body. I was in a phone booth that stood out tremendously in the dark. Somebody must have seen me. I was certain I was being watched. I saw glowing eyes staring at me in the dark. It wasn't human. Was it an illusion? No. I knew who they were. They were the ones controlling the 3 families who ruled Hinamizawa. Its eye level was too low for it to be human, and its outline was vague. I knew from the past records that they were physically frail. The silhouette, which indicated its inhuman appearance, was unbelievably unrealistic. Especially its protruding head. One of the scrapbooks I received from Mio-san described their appearance in detail. Their eyeballs were pure red, like blood, and their bodies smell like ammonia. Even though some of them have at times been captured around the world, all of them melted or disappeared, leaving no trace behind. The only traces remaining are the marks proving their descent to Earth. Right then, the impossible, unrealistic silhouette took a step closer, and got closer and closer to me, making a realistic noise as it crunched across the gravel. The noise pulled me back to reality. Don't come any closer! You monster! It kept walking towards me. It sounded like it was kicking pebbles everywhere as it walked. It was coming closer and closer. I was scared, so I said the same thing once again. And this time, the glass door of the phone booth I was just in started to rattle and shake. Bang! It made weird noises as if it was being struck by something. I screamed loudly in fear and started running away. I ran so hard that I felt like my lungs were about to explode. And then I looked back to find that the thing was no longer chasing after me. Was it my imagination? There's no way it was just my imagination. I definitely heard the sound of gravel being kicked and the phone booth rattling. But I needed to calm down. Right then, I needed to make my heart stop beating so fast. I'd have to fight them eventually. The next time they appeared, I was going to strike back at them. I was going to squash their heads with my big hatchet. I'd protect Hinamizawa. It was my duty to do so. I wouldn't allow them to do whatever they wanted. I saw the lights flickering in my head again.
I'm thinking about Takano, and
Yes.
I'm thinking because the same thing happens every chapter, and we have learned a while ago the detail that Takano was there at the Watanagashi festival. By the time her dead body manifested somewhere in the Gifu Mountains, right? So there's many things people can like deduce about this. One, that's not Takano at Watanagashi, and that's some evil presence or some shit. But I'm thinking now, maybe Takano has this weird influence on a character each chapter. And I'm trying to think, because like Rena's going fucking crazy. Rena's words are slowly turning redder and redder. And this is an indication that she's going fucking crazy. And I wonder if that's the influence of Takano, like herself. And now I'm thinking, each chapter, did Takano cause someone else to go crazy? Was it Takano's influence? Like, were there other characters that ended up going fucking crazy because they, because like, consider.
Oh, shit.
What? Oh, hey, Proxy. Hey, Proxy. Welcome, everybody. I don't have my raid alert on right now just because, like, we're talking about things and we're reading a lot. How was your stream? What were you doing? What were you doing? Let me shout you out. We're in the middle of theory crafting. Hell yeah.
I want you to tell me, here's the best way to work through a theory, right? Is you assume that it's true and attach your clues to it. So walk me back through what you have that would point toward Takano being an influence on people.
Well, for starters, in chapter 5, she also approached Shion with her findings, her studies, her notebook, right? Oh, it's Astro Boy, that's right. That game seems fun. Anyway, continuing my theory crafting. Shion ended up going fucking insane and becoming paranoid and thinking like somebody was following her, that somebody she thought was like Satoshi's like spirit, right? And now Rena thinks somebody is watching her and following her, right? In the phone booth or what have you. Some sort of creature. Now, okay, what was chapter 4 was the Riko one, so that was like a prologue sort of deal.
Yeah, Takano wasn't there yet.
Chapter 3 was Satoko, right? That was the Satoko chapter. I'm trying to think.
And the person who did all the killing and kind of went a little
was
crazy.
Keiichi. Who was there? Keiichi? Who was there and found Keiichi after he buried the body, but Takano? And then he fell deeper into his insanity. Chapter 2 was the Shmion chapter.
Yes.
I'm trying to think, like that, like obviously that's just chapter 5, but in a different perspective. So correct. The same thing happened. Chapter 1, I guess it was Rena again who went fucking crazy.
Chapter 1's only kills that we know about is that Satoko and Riko went missing. We have no idea what happened to them. We have no idea what happened to them. We still don't know what happened to them. And then at the very end of the chapter, we end with Keiichi bashing the shit out of Rena and Mion in his room.
That's right. Chapter 1 is the most confusing one.
Who was on the phone? See, that's contentious. Who was on the phone? It was Shion.
In chapter 1?
No, there's just Jillian Knapp who said that, but who was on the phone?
Oh,
it's like a meme joke of who was phone.
Okay, yeah, but who was phone?
I haven't answered to it because of this game.
It's true. Okay, I'm holding on to this. I'm putting a pin in that.
You're putting a little pin in your funny little corkboard.
I am. And this is my funny little Pepe Silva corkboard. Anyway, I should probably address the Raiders. I was just in the middle of my theory crafting. Hello, everybody. We are like pretty far into Higurashi. We're in chapter 6 right now. So you may be a little lost, but if you still want to stick around, that's okay. Just know that there is probably over 30 hours. No, not more than that. More than that. 30 VODs. Over 30 VODs that you have missed for context, because this is a very deep mystery. It's very Pepe Silva going on. So just accept that you will be lost, or if you already know what happens, don't tell me. This is my first experience with Higurashi ever. I tried to get into it when I was a kid.
One person on like Blue Sky or something spoiled Spoonie, and do you know what happened to them? They're in the well. I put
yeah,
them in the
no,
well.
one person like slightly spoiled me for one thing, and I was really upset about it. But it's
and then
okay.
I put them in the well.
And then Cal put them in the well, in the Sonozaki well. But yeah, welcome everybody. And while you guys are here, I can do my I can indoctrinate everybody into the Kenosha theater cult. So yes. So on Monday, I'm actually doing a donathon for the Kenosha Theater, which is an old vaudeville theater that is a very important piece of history that opened in 1927, commissioned by the dude who founded Universal, or who made Universal Studios. Not the theme park, the entire company. Carl Laemmle commissioned this building and opened this theater in 1927. It closed in the 60s and it got bought in the 80s with the intention to restore it. And we kind of like turned to Twitch streams in 2022 to start raising funds, do fundraising for the theater, and that's been like the biggest like significant restoration efforts have started since then. The lobby is restored, the front foyer is and we actually started restoring the basement. Well, not started, we cleared out the basement a while ago, and now it's painted and primed, and now we are moving a bunch of shit into the basement for storage, and that's our big thing we're doing right now. So all the money during the theater donathon starting Monday is going to be going toward that. I'm also, the entire thing is, let me just, but there it is. The entire thing, I'm just going to be playing as many Silent Hills as I possibly can. So as long as the timer is going, which is influenced by the donations that are given during the stream, I will be playing Silent Hill games. Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, 4, all going through chronologically. I'm skipping over a few ones that are like mobile games, the GBA visual novel crap, the PS Vita Book of Memories. There's a few that I'll be skipping. I'm sorry. I won't do all of them, but as many as I possibly can. Yes, the Blood Basement. We love the Blood Basement. We put blood in it. It's called the Blood Basement because the floor is colored red like blood, and it's funny. Anyway, that's my spiel. I hope you all will be there on Monday. I will be starting at 9 a.m. Central, but I will likely be going the entire day if it goes well. And anyway, that's my spiel. Welcome in. We're going to be playing more Higurashi. Yippee.
Yes.
Yes. And by playing, I mean reading.
We love books here.
We love to read here.
Even if I turned on the light in my hideout, nobody would see it because of the piles of abandoned cars in the way. While I'm aware of that, I decided not to turn it on, just in case. It's a bit scary to hide in this quiet place, alone in the dark, holding my breath. I'd have to keep myself busy with something. But my brain won't work properly, and I don't have the energy to think about what to do from now on. However, I don't have the courage to lie down to sleep and regain my strength either. Every time I heard or thought I had a suspicious sound, I'd gasp and stare into the dark. That's all I did all night.
Rena.
Oishi believes that the Sonozaki family was behind the conspiracy, but he can't do much without solid evidence. For that, he has to locate the facility where they're doing the research on the parasite. But we have no idea where it is. I think the Irie clinic is the most likely site, but I have no credible evidence. Really, I don't think they do their research in a place so obvious, even Even I could guess it. Fuck! They
I'm
might be
sorry.
using one of their bomb shelters that was built during the war as some kind of secret underground research center. Now that I come to think about it, I remember a secret building nobody is allowed into on the premises of the Furude Shrine. I think it's called the Ritual Storehouse. According to Mio-san's research, the Furude Shrine is the center of the local worship of Oyoshiro-sama. The priest keeps the tools for ceremonies in the Ritual Storehouse. One of the ceremonies is the bizarre festival, Watanagashi, and so the shrine storage must be something very sacred. If I remember that right, Watanagashi was also a medical ritual designed to vaccinate and immunize people against all too strong parasites. That means the tools they used for Watanagashi were medical ones. If my guess is right, the Ritual Storehouse is the most sacred place in the village, as well as the most appropriate building for use of medical purposes. It's suspicious. There might be a secret research center in the Ritual Storehouse. Ah, damn it! The police should be performing a raid on the Ritual Storehouse, not the Irie Clinic. Why did I think of that when I was talking with Oishi on the phone earlier? I hope Oishi realizes this too. Should I go back to the phone booth and tell him about the Ritual Storehouse? But when I thought that, I heard a car coming closer. I held my breath. It's not normal for a car to come here this late at night. I thought about many possible scary scenarios, which made me nervous. After a while, I saw the headlights of the car near the former dam construction office. The car must have passed by me and gone to the office. But it's a deserted, empty office building. There's nothing there. It's not a place where people would visit this late at night. While I was staring into the dark, the engine of the car stopped, and its headlights were turned off. I could see 2 flashlights flickering in the darkness. The lights moved into the office building. They must think I'm hiding there. I held my breath and kept watch on their movements. I can't tell who they are, but I bet they're pawns of the Sonozaki family. They know that I ran away from home. They must be looking for me everywhere in the village. Though I needed to conceal my breath, my face started feeling itchy and I had an urge to stretch my legs. My own body infuriated me. The humidity made me sweat all over, so the backs of my knees and neck had been itchy for quite a while. Scratching would make an unbelievably loud noise, so I decided not to scratch anymore. It usually didn't make any noise when I just scratched some mosquito bites. I'm probably just being nervous and overreacting. There's quite the distance between me and them, and I'm in the dark holding my breath. They wouldn't notice it even if I sneezed, let alone scratched myself. But I didn't want to make any noise at all, so I've tried to forget the itchiness. But after all that, I ended up scratching everywhere like mad. I have to live in hiding like this for a while. I don't know how long I can go on when I'm so nervous on just the first night. I need to toughen up more so I can remain placid, even in a situation like this. I forced myself to relax, scratched my neck without hesitation, and tried to cope with the sticky sweat all over my body. I started getting hungry. My stomach growled. That's a good sign, though, since it means I'm starting to relax. I can't eat yet, though. It'd make a lot of noise. I decided to wait until they finished looking for me and went away. Go away. Go away. I can eat if you go away. It seemed like the intentions I was sending out bore fruit. They had stopped looking around the building. However, I must have concentrated my thoughts too strongly. They were pointing their flashlights in my direction. Did they notice me? No. Not only that, they're walking towards me! I made my body as small as possible, hid under the blanket, and listened for their footsteps as carefully as I could.
Sorry, my mind has been wandering. I'm paying attention, but I'm just like thinking about chapter 1 again after Keiichi met Takano. He also felt a presence behind him.
Yes, he did.
Like Shion and like Rena now. So there's that connection. Takano is sending her demons to these children to follow them. That's
and the demons manifest as a little yappy white dog outside my house.
The crusty, yappy white dog.
Yes. All the while, I heard their footsteps coming closer and closer. Since the footsteps are coming straight toward me, they must already know where I am, I think. It's scary. But there's no way they already know where I am. If they did, they wouldn't have wasted their time looking for me around the office building. And they wouldn't walk as slowly as they did. It's just a coincidence that they're walking in this direction. Since I'm hiding under the blanket, I can't see who they are. I don't know why they're shining their flashlights, so I can't stick my head out from the window to see who they are either. I just have to stay motionless like a rock until I sense they're gone. They stopped when they came near my hideout. I could hear their conversation.
I don't think she's here. I could be the gangsters since you're reading so much. Let's look somewhere else. You look over there.
Not every white dog is Toby Fox.
No! Gil's right, it is Toby Fox.
Wow.
Every white dog.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
He told me how Deltarune's gonna end, and unless you donate to the Kenosha Theater, I'm gonna spoil you all.
Oh no! You could speak dog? Oh yeah, you're a dog.
Duh.
Ugh. Wait, did you already read that?
I could tell by the sounds of their footsteps that they went separate ways, and that each of them is walking around the piles of trash separately. I made this hideout out of an abandoned car. I just redecorated it. So on the outside, it still looks nothing other than an abandoned car. But once you look inside, you can instantly tell it's more than that. So if they look inside, I'm done for. It's obvious that they're looking for me. Are they a Sonozaki Corps attack unit? If they find me, I'll be killed for sure! I know all too well that this place is perfect for murdering people. I killed 2 people here myself! If I can do it, it'll be no problem for them because they're real professional killers! Even so, there's nothing I can do right now. I just have to pray that they'll leave here soon. At that time, I heard a slight beeping sound.
This is Atsushi. I can hear you loud and clear. Yes. Yeah, Gogura. Yes, understood. I don't know what my accent is. Don't mind me. What's wrong? It seems like Ren and Ryugu is in Gogura. Somebody saw her there. Oh man, that's it. We'll never find her now. Jeez, Yug. What are we gonna do now? It's an order. We have to find her no matter what. We have to bring her to him. It doesn't matter if she's in Sapporo or in Hakata. We have to find her. It'll be impossible to find her, though. We still have to look. Ren and Ryugu has Mio Takano's scrapbooks, and he wants them. He was pretty upset about it, so I'm sure they're worth a lot. So what are we going to do? Seems like he recalled the others, except the ones who are watching the house. So we should go back to the office, too. Let's have some barley tea or something.
I heard their footsteps going further, and then I didn't hear them anymore. After a while, I heard the engine of their car starting. I finally got out from under the blanket and looked outside the window. The car made a U-turn and drove away. The sound of the engine faded away into the distance. I heaved a sigh of relief. I scratched at all of my itchy mosquito bites, wiped the sticky sweat off my face and neck, and finally allowed myself to cough. I'd heard their conversation clearly. They're the pawns of the Sonozaki Corps, without a doubt. It matches with what Oishi told me. And they said something very important. They clearly said that they're after the scrapbooks.
That must be the police, then.
Up until now, I'd only assumed that they were chasing after me because I had Mio-san's scrapbooks. I could have forced myself to believe that it was just my assumption. But they said it loud and clear. We need to find Ren Ryugu. She has Mio Takano's scrapbooks, that's what they said. They also said that they're keeping watch on my house. I'm not surprised. That's exactly what I would do if I were them. I can't go back to my house anymore. It's out of the question. But, in fact, they said something way more important than any of that. They said, Ren Ryugu was seen in Gokura.
Uh-oh! That's where she hit the bodies, right?
If I was in a normal situation, I'd probably think that somebody saw a look-alike, and I'd laugh out loud. But the situation is different now. Mio-san was dead, but she was at the festival. I'm here, but I was in Gokura.
Oh, I see. That's where her brain went.
Where else have we seen someone get paranoid over their double?
Keiichi in chapter 3.
Mm-hmm.
When... Okay.
And why has Rena been seen in Gokura?
Because Mion was making up an alibi. Right? Okay. And so that was one of our theories, or one of my theories in chat series, in chapter 3, on why Keiichi was seen at the Watanagashi. Is because everybody was making an alibi for him. Because they probably all knew that he killed, you know, Teppei. So they were creating an alibi for him. So I feel like that pretty much confirms that is what it was, and it wasn't actually a Keiichi double. Right? You can't confirm
Probably.
or deny anything. Okay. But Rena thinks it's a double.
How does that explain Takano?
It's true.
Mia-san wrote about it in her scrapbooks, and I didn't want to believe it. They're coming closer to me, and I don't mean the Sonozaki family. Something beyond common sense is about to happen. Should I fight, or should I run? I don't even know what I should do. I feel like I'm riddled with spot with fear. Am I about to be eaten?
Hold on. Could there be, like, an alibi for, like, Takano?
And why would Takano need an alibi? For what? What's she done?
Went to the ritual storehouse?
That's not a crime.
It is to the Oyashiro-sama cult.
It's a societal crime.
Okay.
It's not something you're going to be arrested for.
But we also, like, I also think that she injected Tomitake with the juice that makes him claw his throat out.
Maybe.
So maybe that's it.
Maybe. Who knows? I haven't played this game before.
Yeah. You are egging me on, though. And so we're yes, you are!
I'm reminding you of...
You're reminding
like,
me of
things that we've
information.
experienced.
Yes. So
It's stuff that you've already encountered.
Yeah.
I can also remind you that Satoko pushed Keiichi off a bridge, and Keiichi was there for like fucking a day and a half, and everyone else died while he was down there.
Because he wished for death for on everyone, because he was so done with life. And okay, so did
that was a gas leak. But
yeah, but that
Keiichi not die then?
He was sent to a different dimension.
Who knows? I don't know.
Ah, Jesus Christ! I want the answers. I want the answers to be revealed. Ah!
Am I about to be eaten?
No!
No. I don't want to be eaten alive. I want to run away if I can't win. If I can't run, I want to fight. I'm going to be happy. I know I am. I'm not gonna sit pretty and let them get me.
Me when I fucking get you.
But the enemy Mio-san foretold of in the scrapbooks is coming closer to me, and it's starting to eat me up. I'm in the garbage alone. If I disappeared right now without anybody knowing it, the person who was in Gokura would replace me and start living my life. Nobody would notice the change. My father wouldn't notice it, my friends wouldn't notice it, it would replace me without having anyone noticed it.
So is the Takano that was at Watanagashi still around? Like, that's my question. If the Takano is like... That Takano, I feel, is the one that's hopping around and fucking everything up in the timelines. And that's why all the shit is different. And she is the one influencing the craziness that's happening to all these poor babies. That's my... Okay. We're putting a pin...
capable of all that? She's just a nurse.
Listen, no, she's a demon. She's a demon. Listen. Okay, I'm doing the Mind Palace thing. In like...
Go into your Mind Palace. I'm
going into my Mind Place like Saga does in Alan Wake 2. And I need... this is like Takano... Mio Takano is like one of the profiling things I'm doing right now. And I'm just... right now. And then I see her in my brain. She's doing the Alan Wake thing, and she's in real footage, FMV footage right now, and she's telling me she's a demon. And that's how I know.
What scary white woman would you choose to play Mio Takano in the Higurashi Western live action?
Rhea Seahorn.
Who the fuck is that? I gotta Google some shit. Who was that person you just said?
Rhea Seahorn. I think that's her name. Kim
Her
Wexler.
second name is Seahorn?
I think. Hang on. I'd probably say Kim Wexler. Yeah. Look up Kim Wexler.
Okay.
Look up Kim Wexler.
I'm looking
That's,
up Kim Wexler on my phone.
Hopefully it won't spoil anything. Better Call Saul. Probably not. Just don't. Just don't. 'Cause she's a character in Better Call Saul. She looks like Takano, right? It's the first blonde I thought of.
I mean, I guess if she looks like Takano insofar as that she's a blonde white woman, but...
Yeah, but Takano's not a white woman. She's Japanese.
She is, but she's, you know, she's anime white, where everyone
She's
has to be white.
anime white, yeah.
I think some of the most interesting casting is for the actual Higurashi live action that was produced in Japan for Japanese people by Japanese people. Because the entire cast is, like, visibly brown people.
Huh.
And it's awesome. It's amazing to have a live action remake that isn't a bunch of, like, Hollywood skinny white people.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Obviously don't watch that right now, because you might get spoiled. I've not actually seen it myself, but, like...
I kind of want to check that out.
Maybe I'll show you some of the casting later.
I want to check out more, like, live-action anime adaptations from Japan. Yeah. Because the ones that the US does are shit. Shit so far. Except the One Piece. I watched the One Piece of the first episode of the One Piece live-action show, and that was pretty fun. Yeah, even though I know nothing about One Piece.
Yeah, I don't know shit about One Piece either. All I know about One Piece is the One Piece is real! That's all I know.
I only know that because of Scorch, and Scorch is obsessed with One Piece. Stop with the cars! Stop!
Takano is played by Chris Pratt. See, I know that the joke is that Chris Pratt plays everybody, but Chris Pratt Chris Pratt only plays a certain kind of, like, character, which is the everyman. He
the
plays
funny haha protagonist.
Yes. He plays the funny haha protagonist who is mostly funny, but he can have down-to-earth serious moments so that he can prove that he's a real legitimate actor who has, like, acting credits and things. And it's a real job bomb, I promise.
Like Garfield.
Yes.
Like Mario.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And Chris Pratt could not pull off any kind of role that requires you to have any kind of subtlety to your character.
Man. Ah! Sorry,
That's right.
There we go.
My father wouldn't notice it. My friends wouldn't notice it. I wouldn't replace me with anyone who would notice it. Wait, many people close to me might have been replaced already. That's right. The Sonosaki family's plotting bioterrorism, but that's only part of what they are planning. Mice possessed by them don't get scared of cats. As a result, they don't run away. They'll be eaten by the cats, and they can move into the cats' bodies. Mice are only used by them for that purpose. It's not that they lose their fear of cats in order to help them achieve their purpose. The same thing goes with the Sonosaki family. They think they're doing things by their own will, but they're just helping them without realizing it. That's exactly how they've lived since long ago, being the parasite. We're nothing but a bunch of mice to them. Most mice are stupid. They don't even notice their existence. They help them to achieve their purpose, thinking they're living their lives by their own will. But very rarely a mouse with wits is born. This mouse notices he's being used, and he also notices their existence. But nobody believes him, so it's not a big deal. He starts thinking that it was his mistake, and he gets swallowed by them. Eventually he disappears.
Didn't Jordan Peele make a movie called Them or something about doppelgangers?
Maybe that's what that movie's about. I haven't seen it, but I'm pretty sure that is a movie that exists.
I don't remember if it's called Them, but I'm just having...
They,
us.
them.
It's
Us.
called us. It's different pronoun.
Various other pronouns. But even more rarely, a mouse appears from nowhere, notices their existence, and objectively proves it.
There's Kim Wexler.
That mouse was Mio-san. To them, this mouse was a rare and very dangerous existence. Oh my god, Kim Wexler, I love your work.
Oh my god,
That's why
you're
they
such a good
resorted to
lawyer.
unbelievably bold and violent methods to try and eliminate that mouse when it appeared. But surprisingly, we knew about those measures. But the stupid mice don't believe it. They don't notice that they are forcing them to not believe it, and that they're helping them in the end. No, don't fade away, Kim Wexler. They killed Mio-san. Oh, she's over there now.
Oh,
And they tried to replace her. But they made a mistake. We found the real corpse of Mio-san. That's why they failed to replace her. They'll try to kill me and replace me too. Or they'll replace my friends in order to get close to me.
okay. I'm sorry I keep interrupting this tense scene, but I need to
you're
go
good.
back to another theory that I had put a pin in, and that theory was that whenever someone dies or kills someone, they get transported to a different dimension, and I think that's what happens with Takano, is because she keeps dying and being put in another dimension. Anyway, that's all I needed to say. Anyway.
They'll look just like the real people, but they're totally different inside. They're an abnormal existence that's beyond our imagination. I know. They'll appear.
Well, that would mean that Rena is in a different dimension now. Twice, because she killed 2 people. Nope.
No, they're already here. It appeared the day after Mina-san died. And it appeared in Gogoro tonight. They'll keep coming. They're openly after me now. They'll keep coming, they'll keep coming. Right then, I heard somebody coming down the slope.
Ah, it's Keiichi.
I concealed my presence again, and I looked at the direction where the footsteps were coming from. I could see one flashlight. It looked like there was only one person now. Who is it? This late at night. Its shadow is very small. I can tell it isn't an adult. I felt a chill running through my body. It shined the flashlight towards my hideout, and its footsteps were coming straight towards me. It's different from the other guys earlier. I can tell by the sound of the footsteps that it knows I'm hiding here for sure. No, it must just be pure coincidence. I should just conceal myself again. I can make it through this again. I made it through last time. I need to hide, I need to hide! I pulled the blanket over myself, made myself as small as possible, and kept telling myself that I was a stone. But the footsteps kept coming closer and closer, and it knocked on the door of my hideout. I opened my eyes wide. I broke out in a nervous sweat. Not wanting to believe that the sound I heard was a knock, my mind went completely blank. But it knocked on the door again. I could feel a light shining on the blanket. It might be shining the flashlight on me. I still held back my fear. As long as I don't move, it can't put a finger on me. I kept telling myself that as it was casting a spell. I tried not to shake in fear. It laughed. It has laughed at me because I thought I was hiding perfectly. But I still tried. Because if I got out of the blanket...
What are you scared of?
I threw off the blanket and saw the owner of the voice.
Oh! Oh, it's not!
Reach it,
Sorry.
huh?
I had to close my curtain because the sun was in my eyes.
Now, why is she here? Why did she come here to see me? I don't understand why she came all the way out here alone this late at night. I realized all of a sudden. She looks just like Rika-chan on the outside. But she's not her It is just copying her appearance. It came to Mio-san, to me, and to Rika-chan. I decided to talk aggressively on purpose in order to work up the courage before my fear crushed me down. Is that you, Rika-chan?
Me. Who else do I look like?
It answers just like the Rika-chan I know. But I know it's not Rika-chan. Rika-chan wouldn't come to a place like this so late at night. I know who you are. I know you're not Rika-chan! I'm afraid you can't deceive me like you can the others. Even though you look just like her. I know you're not Rika-chan! You're not my friend Rika Furude! Who are you? Rika looked stunned for a while. She looked as if she didn't understand what I was talking about. But she pretended like that for too long. If she really didn't know what I was talking about, she wouldn't be able to stand the silence this long. But she kept quiet. And she finally showed her true character. It laughed. It laughed at me because I figured out something that was almost impossible to figure out. That it was not Rika. Who are you? It didn't answer my question. It kept laughing for a while. And then it looked straight into my eyes in a way Rika-chan never did before. And it said this.
I've lived for quite a long time, but you're the first one who penetrated my disguise. I always thought you had good intuition, but you're pretty good.
She clearly spoke to me the things I was most afraid of. I was completely shocked. It's like she told me everything that could possibly scare me. I didn't want to hear any of this. It's something I can't possibly twist in a way I can comprehend.
Let's just say I'm Rika for now. It's been a while since I started to call myself that.
Oh, really? It's been a while, huh? Like how long?
Not that long. It's only been about 100 years.
What? What are you talking about? I'm contradicting myself. Also, Jillian naps. I would say that this Rika definitely uses its pronouns.
Hell yeah, let's go!
If
Woke.
not in a trans way, but in a objectifying way.
Woke. Still woke.
Yeah, I agree. I know the person who's standing in front of me isn't Rika, but at the same time, I deny its existence. As long as humans hold this kind of emotion, they can never accept unknown existences. In other words, we can never accept them.
No, my pronouns are it, its. You don't have to be scared. You're in the car. I'm outside of it. It's not easy for either of us to do something to the other. I think this is a perfect distance between us. No matter how long I've lived, Rika Furude is still just a little kid. You're still stronger than me. I should be more careful than you, because you could snap and jump on me anytime.
I realized that this creepy thing that looks just like Rika was only here to talk to me. I felt my tension ease away a little bit. But still, I don't know what she wants to talk to me about in a place like this so late at night. I'm like a fish on a cutting board. There's nothing I can do other than to wait and see what's going to happen. I waited for it to make a move for a while, and then it opened its mouth again.
You're afraid of something. Am I right?
It uses sarcasm. Rika-chan's cute face looked uglier than ever when it smiled. I held back my fear and tried to reply firmly. Yes. Thanks to you.
So, what are you afraid of?
You should know that better than anybody else! It told me earlier that we were safe from each other because one of us was in the car and the other was standing outside. But it's obvious that I'm the one who's being driven into a corner. While I'm talking to it, I could be surrounded by its minions. I got scared and tried to listen to the sounds of my surroundings carefully.
Don't be scared. I came here to help you.
You came here to help me? Oh, really? I wonder how you're going to do that.
You're just sick at the moment. You need medicine.
Ah!
That's all. Would you be interested if I told you I brought it along?
Medicine? It put its hand in its pocket and took out a small case. It opened the case and showed me what was inside. What was in there made me gasp in surprise. A syringe. It's not normal for a person to carry around a syringe. I have no idea what's going on. But what Rika-chan is holding in her hand is a syringe.
I'm connecting more dots. Okay. So, the syringe. Every time the syringe has come up, it has been to the person that I have said is allegedly affected by Takano's influence. So in the chapter 1, they were going to give Keiichi the syringe. In chapter 2/5, actually, did they have? Wait, yes, Rika showed up to give Shion the syringe. In chapter 3, Irie was about to give Keiichi the syringe when he learned that Keiichi had this power to kill people by willing it. And I think that's it. That covers it. And now Rika has shown up to give Rena the syringe. Just wanted to point that out real quick. Yay.
There's no way I could twist that fact around.
That's right. The contents of the syringe are going to help you get better.
It'll help me get better? Huh! I know what it is. It's the drug that killed Tomitake-san. It's the parasite of its full strength. It'll give me the maggot disease.
This is a different drug from the other one that was used on Tomitake. I promise.
It giggled. It isn't the giggling that scares me. I'm scared that it admitted the cause of Tomitake-san's death so easily. And it also admitted that the direct cause of the maggot disease that Tomitake-san died from. I know you're going to kill me in the same way he died. And that's the Rena in Gogura that's going to replace me. Problem solved, right? I'm not going to let you give me the shot.
Well, I knew you would say that. This syringe looks very suspicious, of course.
You're smarter than I thought. So what now? Are you going to gang up on me and give me the shot like you did to Tomitake-san? Tomitake-san's autopsy report said that he had bruises on his body that proved he was fighting against several people right before he died. That means they must have ganged up on him to give him the shot against his own will.
I'd like to give you the injection by force, but it never really works. So I gave up on doing that. I decided to let you choose to take it yourself.
Are you kidding me? I don't want to take that creepy shot!
I thought about it many times. I thought about how I could make you take the injection. I can't force you to take it. I can't make you agree to take it either. Then it leaves me only one choice. I have to let you choose to take it.
You should know my answer already. I'm not going to walk into such an obvious trap.
Well, that's what I thought you'd say. I didn't expect you to choose to take it anyway.
It heaved a sigh, made a gesture as if it's mocking me, and smiled bitterly. It looked as if it was saying that I'm a lower animal that can't understand it's being given a chance for salvation. I kind of want to say I'll take the shot in a dare, but I know it's exactly what it is intending to do. Go back to your home and tell your friends that you failed to give me the shot. I'm not going to let you beat me. I'm going to fight till the end. And I'm going to seize the 1% chance of winning. I'm going to destroy all of you.
I see. Then, you should try to do that. This world is going to end soon anyway.
Oh, interesting.
End soon?
It has nothing to do with you. A frog sitting in a well doesn't need to have any interest in the world outside, does it?
At this stage of the game, it said something very dubious. I tried hard to understand what this horrifying creature was trying to say. What are you going to do to me?
Nothing. Do whatever you want.
What? It's almost too easy. As far as I know, do whatever you want means ignorance or release when your enemy says it to you. At the very least, it isn't a bad thing. Or does it have another meaning? In that way, I overinterpreted the meaning of the sentence, but then it said it again.
Do whatever you want. I'm not interested in this Rena Ryugu anymore. I'm going to try to get along with the next Rena Ryugu. I have to pray that the next Rena Ryugu doesn't have such good intuition.
I was scared of it. I could be scared of a judge handing down a death sentence.
I used to try really hard to fix things every time a little problem occurred. But I got tired of it. I'm not interested in this Hinamizawa anymore. I'm going to find the next Hinamizawa. But you only have this one. So I hope you live as best as you can.
It was telling me scary things one after the other. This was obviously a warning of Hinamizawa's destruction. It means the climax is coming soon. They have already prepared another Rena. When I lose to this fate, they are going to replace me with that Rena as if nothing happened. They're very well organized. What humans are most afraid of is for their lives to lose all value. Your life becomes worthless when you're told that you have a replacement. It's like an indirect death sentence. It closed the syringe case and put it back into its pocket. It turned around and started climbing up the slope. At the top, it looked back and spoke without as much as an evil smile.
Well, goodbye, this Rena Ryugu. I hope I can get along with the next Rena Ryugu. I shouldn't worry, because I do usually get along with them.
I'm not gonna let you replace me with the next Rena Ryugu! I'm the only Rena Ryugu! I'm not gonna let you do it! Never! Ever! I wondered if my scream was reaching it. It looked at me coldly. It looked at me as if it was just an image of the past on the past of a TV screen.
I love that. I love that. That's so good.
It's fun to have a conversation like this once in a while, huh?
The laughter gradually disappeared into the darkness.
That's what it feels like, Gil. That it's like a meta game storytelling. Like, I feel like what quote unquote Rika is referring to is, you know, the different like timelines that we've been seeing. And clearly they've been resetting. Like it's like the summer restarts every chapter, almost every chapter.
It disappeared into the darkness as well. I was the only one left there. I'm forsaken, and they don't care if I disappear. They told me I should struggle as much as I want, because it doesn't matter anyway. They already have a replacement. They don't need me in their Hinamizawa anymore, because my intuition is too sharp. And I realized that. I noticed that this garbage dump is a perfect grave for me. And I realized that this place wouldn't work as a hideout anymore. I'd better start packing and move somewhere else. It told me to struggle as much as I want. I'm going to do just that, damn it! Damn it! I have to get ready to move out from here. I'm going to put everything back into my backpack. I have to leave as soon as possible. The light of the flashlight wasn't enough to see by, so I turned the table lamp on. The light made things show up very clearly. When I reached my backpack, I realized something and gasped in surprise. The palm of my hand was covered with an eerie liquid. I thought I'd wiped off my sticky sweat earlier, but it wasn't my sweat. Then where did this blood come from? I realized it right away. I was scratching the mosquito bites on my neck earlier, and I scratched them until it bled. When I noticed that, I remembered the sensation, the mixture of pain and itchiness. I felt something moving near the wound on my neck, so I scratched it again to get rid of whatever it was. My hand got sticky and wet with blood again. I can't see what the things are because I don't have a mirror, but I know.
How did she get injected?
They're already spreading throughout my entire body, causing the itchiness on my arms and the back of my knees. If I'd never experienced this before, I'd think I got bitten by a bedbug or something. But unfortunately, I already know what's causing this itchiness. Why? Why? I said it with hatred. Why now? Why here? It's the maggot disease, without a doubt. If I cut the veins on my arms, the dusky red gross things would flow out. But it's impossible. I didn't get any suspicious shots. But it doesn't have to be a shot. They might have put the drug in my food, and I might have eaten it without noticing. I don't think they put it in my food at the house, but I used to share my lunch with my friends at school. They might have put it in my lunches. That Rika who visited me just earlier was shining the flashlight on me. So she knew that I was scratching my neck so hard it bled. Nevertheless, she acted like there was nothing wrong, and she told me that I wouldn't last long. Now I know why she was laughing at me in that sarcastic way. She knew I wouldn't have much time left. It itches very badly, but I can't scratch. The more I scratch, the itchier it gets, and I'm not going to do the same thing Tomitake-san did. Damn it. The itchiness might not be temporary. It might actually get worse. I don't know if it's going to stop soon or if it's going to last until I die from it. I don't know anything anymore. I just have to endure the itchiness. I wiped the blood on my neck with a towel, clenched my teeth, and tried to erase the desire to scratch my neck. The wound was throbbing. I wanted to scratch it so badly, but I couldn't do that. I fought back the desire, biting the end of the towel.
I wonder if she reached into her bag and she accidentally injected herself because Rika hid it in there. Possibility.
She couldn't get into the car.
Yeah. Maybe earlier, I think Gil is saying.
Maybe. I scratched other parts of my body really hard in order to forget about the itchiness on my neck, but it didn't really work. I just prayed for the itchiness to go away, closed my eyes, and fought back the desire. That seemed to be the best way. I let my mind go blank, breathing hard for a while. I felt like the itchiness got a little bit better. I took a deep breath, and I immediately started panicking. Staying here is more dangerous than the itchiness. I have to leave here as soon as possible. I felt it while packing my stuff. I felt the end coming closer, the end that Rika told me about earlier. I assumed that I could live until the end, but I might have been wrong. I might follow the same path Tomitake-san's took, way before the end comes. I was sweating like crazy and it felt so nasty. I know it's not sweat, but I'm going to think that it's sweat for now. I wiped my neck with the towel and hurried to leave.
Man, they keep throwing all these, like, monkey wrenches into the situation. And I'm like, yes, we're onto something. Wow, where are we now? Fuck! Oh, it's me. This area has no streetlights, so I was scared to run fast when I could barely see. The moon... Oh, funky music. There's the funky music again. The moon lit up the sky, but not my footsteps. The only light I had to see by was my flashlight. The light was very weak. All I could see was the flat gravel road before me. He's gonna get to Rena and she's gonna be dead. Anything the flashlight couldn't reach was in total darkness. The expression often used in novels, pitch black, wouldn't be inappropriate. I might trip over an empty can or a rock any time. Not wanting to fall, I used the flashlight to its maximum extent to watch my step, but I was still a bit nervous. I started running slower and slower until I was just walking briskly. I just stopped running because I'm afraid of tripping in the dark? But I usually run around without watching my step during the day. I run around with Rena and Mion all the time. Even if I can see what's underfoot, I don't pay any attention. I don't think I might trip. I just keep running around without a care. Rena might be feeling the same way I am right now. No. For Rena, the light with which she illuminates the darkness of suspicion is too weak. And the darkness of the delusion she deeply believes in is getting darker and darker. That's why she's scared to even walk on the same roads she always used to take. She fell for the contents of those ridiculous scrapbooks. People might laugh at her for that. But those scrapbooks aren't normal. They manipulate their readers' hearts and, with evil intent, take advantage of their vulnerabilities. I think that's quite literal. That evil intent captured my heart for one night. That's why I know how evil they are. They're just urban legends, like the prophecies of Nostradamus or the Purple Mirror. They're a bunch of feasible lies, and when you hear about them at first, you think they're too stupid to believe. But once you fall for them, it's hard to get them out of your mind for some reason. It'll be the year 1999 in less than 20 years. Everybody knows about the prophecy that the world will come to an end in July of 1999. There are even some TV shows about it too, which irresponsibly fan people's fears, so some people take it seriously. Those people think that the prophecy means the outbreak of nuclear war, so some of them are making shelters in their backyards. Some of them are thinking about freezing themselves by 1999 so they won't be exposed to radiation, only waking up after it's gone. Those people are completely serious about it. But when you think about it rationally, it's impossible that there will be an outbreak of nuclear war in 1999. It's true that the Cold War makes us think that the final war will break out any time, but both powers are actually pointing their nuclear missiles at each other, and they know there's nothing to gain for either of them to start a nuclear war. The Soviets might still do it. The Soviets would destroy the world if it meant eradicating liberalism, and that delusion that the Soviets might do it could be neatly swapped for the way Takano-san uses the Sonozaki family in her scrapbooks. When people create a large-scale delusion like the prophecies above, they always use an incomprehensibly unknown enemy such as the Soviet Union, Nazi Germany, or aliens. And they say something like, "You never know, they might do things like that," to try and increase the credibility of their delusions without any evidence whatsoever. What did Takano-san know about the Sonozaki family? Nothing. All she did was use the history of Onigafuchi and say that the Sonozaki family is still working behind the scenes, plotting a horrifying conspiracy. It's just like one of those large-scale prophecies. It's nothing but just a stupid story like that one about Nazi Germany, which says that Hitler is still alive and lives in an underground complex somewhere on the South Pole, continuing his plot to conquer the world. Rena usually doesn't believe in stupid stories like that. But it was just bad timing, I suppose. It was right after she killed Rina and Mamiya in Tepe Hojo, and was caught by us. She was in a state of panic when she heard the story. Hold on. Is this another commonality? That it's after someone kills someone that Takano shows up and then influences them. Keiichi didn't kill anybody in chapter 1, as far as I know. Until the end.
Not until the very end.
Yeah.
No. He pushed all of his friends away. And he was chatting to Oishi. It was pretty much the only person he would talk to.
That's true. But I feel like Takano showed up before he pushed away his friends.
Yes, she showed up on Watanagashi and they talked a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little. We were waiting for... Wait. Okay, no, it doesn't have anything to do. It might have something to do with the ritual storehouse, but that is not a commonality I'm noticing here. That's really only with Shion that happened, and I don't think...
There was at some point, and I'm not remembering if it's Takano or not. I'm pretty sure it was Takano and Tomatake together who told Keiichi in chapter 1 about the,
Watanagashi
the arm and Watanagashi.
Okay, so it could very well be the story of Watanagashi that ends up being the thing that makes people go insane. But who knows? We're getting there. We were waiting for her to recover from the shock, but before she did and regained her strength of heart, a poison got into her and spread all throughout her body. I think that's quite literal too. When you're sick and have a weakened immune system, it's easy to get another disease. It's just like that. That's it. Rena is just sick right now. When you're very sick, in bed with a high fever, you sometimes feel like you might die from it. But most of the time, you're just overreacting. You get better soon after you take a medicine, eat healthy food, and sleep a lot. That's how she is right now. She caught a mental cold, that's all. She needs to get better soon, or she might get caught by the police! I passed several patrol cars on my way. I hit it every time I saw one, since I didn't want to be questioned. I was probably passed by them twice. When I came close to Rena's house, I saw a car parked near the gate. It was obviously watching her house, trying to capture her when she'd arrived home. Mion ordered the Sonozaki family to find Rena to protect her from the police, but honestly, I'm not sure if they can. After all, Rena believes that the Sonozaki family is after her, but if they don't find her, the police will, eventually. If that happens, all of us who helped her bury the corpses will be caught by the police in the end. I don't know how or why the police came to suspect her. I think they only have some circumstantial evidence. I don't think they know she did it for sure. But since they're looking everywhere for her now, they must have some kind of reliable evidence. Rena, come on! You don't have time to play around with Takano-san's scrapbooks right now. The police are after you! It was so dark that I couldn't be sure if she was down there, but I made up my mind and headed down the slope, carefully shining my flashlight to light my way. I wanted to loudly call out Rena's name, but there might be some policemen nearby looking for her. I walked around a trash pile, and then I saw a light. It was Rena. I ran towards her hideout, kicking aside the trash in my way. Oh no, Rena was standing right in front of her hideout holding a hatchet. I couldn't blame her. She must have noticed all the noise I had made coming down the slope. Oh yeah, I have notifications off, but thanks for the follow. Rena, it's me.
Keiichi-kun? I sure have a lot of visitors tonight.
You're welcome. I'm not a furry, but I respect you. Give it,
That's nice.
2 months. Who else is here? I shone my flashlight around, but I didn't see anybody else. Hi, Ani.
I'm leaving because it's not safe here anymore. I don't want you to know where I'm going, so please don't follow me.
Rena? What happened to your neck? You're bleeding!
I'm okay. They might come back again, though.
Rena's neck was all red. It looked like she had some kind of skin disease on her neck. She probably couldn't bear the itchiness and scratched at it really hard. You need to do more than just wipe it with a towel. Come to my house. You need to clean it up.
Don't worry about it. It isn't an injury. And it's too late anyway.
Too late? What do you mean?
They must have put the drug in my food without me realizing. It's the drug that killed Toмотake-san. They probably used a syringe to inject him with the drug, but they changed their methods this time. I think they put it in someone's lunch. Don't you remember? Mi-chan gave out a piece of her omelet to everyone the other day at lunch. She must have put it in the omelet. She's smart. She used a slow-acting drug this time. Damn it.
Rena kicked to the dirt with hatred. She was almost literally kicking Mion's goodwill to the curb. Hey, Rena, are you seriously saying that Mion would do such a thing? Rena looked stunned and she stared straight at me. I noticed a slight accusation in her eyes. I could tell by looking into her eyes that she wants to say, "What are you talking about? I already told you that the Sonozaki family is the mastermind behind the conspiracy." First of all, Mion didn't give out her omelet to everybody that day. Mion cut her omelet into 5 pieces, and she told us to take one if we wanted. Rena took the end piece of the omelet before anybody else took one. She said it looked cute and ate it right there.
No, that's not what happened. Mi-chan tried to make me eat the omelet because she put a drug in it.
Rena, stop interpreting everything so conveniently. Mion just put the 5 pieces of the omelet on the lid of her lunchbox.
No, she didn't. She gave out each piece to every one of us.
Rena, think about it. Have we ever done something like that before? We usually take whatever we like from somebody else's lunchbox. Nobody has ever said something like, "This is your piece, so take this," or "This is her piece, so don't take that," you know? She looked at me with that accusation in her eyes. To Rena, everything that comes out of my mouth must sound like a lie. To her, it's a fact that she was poisoned. She knows for sure that the drug was in the omelet. That's why she's contradicting me, because I'm saying something different. I didn't come here to make her mad. I realized that disagreeing would only escalate her anger, so I decided not to. The song, the music. Anyway, they said that this place isn't safe anymore. Where are you going to go then?
Well, I'll find somewhere.
It's not that easy to find a place to sleep. Why don't you come to my house?
I appreciate your offer, but I can't do that. The Sonozaki family is looking for me everywhere in the village. I don't think you'd betray me, but I don't think you can hide me from them either.
It's not the Sonozaki family who are looking for you. It's the police.
Why? Oishi-san is on my side, and I told him to leave me alone. I don't think he's looking for me.
I think they know that you killed Rina and Tepe.
Oh. I see.
She seemed to calm down after that. I was relieved that we were finally on the same page, but I realized I was wrong right away when she laughed in self-derision.
Do you know how the police found out that I killed them?
No, I have no idea. Nobody saw her killing them. Nobody saw us burying the corpses. We buried them deep in the mountains, and we camouflaged the spot perfectly. Plus, Mion moved them to a secret place afterwards. No, it is supposed to be a visual novel. We're, chapter 6 out of 8 deep into this, so there's a lot to explain, Iceman. Plus, Mion moved them to a secret place afterwards. So it's impossible that the corpses would be found.
I went there this evening. I went there to check the spot where we buried them. Guess what I found?
That didn't sound good. Of course. Rena has no idea that Mion took care of the corpses. She thinks that the corpses were still buried there.
They weren't there. The corpses. Somebody dug them out and carried them somewhere else.
Rena, that's because,
It's impossible that someone happened to dig them up. I chose the place, so the only people who know about the place are me and my friends who were there.
That's right. Well, the thing is...
I know who did it. It's me-chan. They didn't want me to work with the police. They needed to have some insurance. But I didn't think they'd use the police to find me. I guess they don't care how it looks anymore as long as I'm captured.
Come on, do you really think Mion would do such a thing?
She did! Mi-chan sold me out!
No, she didn't. Mion is your friend. We're all on your side no matter what happens. Even if the whole world turned against you, we'd still be on your side. Even if the whole ocean evaporated, Mion would never sell you out.
I don't understand why you're defending her.
It's just the opposite. I don't understand why you're doubting her.
That's simple. Mia-san revealed the existence of a conspiracy to me, and the fanatics are—
Shut up! Shut up! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you like that. I apologize. So please, listen to me. The corpses are gone because Mion dug them out.
See? I told you!
Listen to me until I finish, okay? Mion dug them out because she found out that the place isn't going to be safe for much longer. There's a logging project scheduled to begin on that mountain this summer. That was why. That's why she dug them out, to save you from being caught. Rena laughed at me like I was stupid or something. I could tell she didn't understand anything I was saying.
Don't you get it? Mi-chan made that up. She just wants to look good when you're around. She's a dirty bitch!
Hey! Then what was she supposed to do? Are you saying that she should have left the corpses there, knowing that the forestry service would find— Proxy, stop playing Tabletop Simulator, I can't read now! Fuck! Okay, would find them this summer. Sorry,
I had that problem with Destiny 2, too. It like, someone was having like some trouble booting up like New Vegas or something, and it kept popping up in my bottom right, and it was covering like an integral piece of information for what I was doing, and I was like having a panic attack.
No, like, nobody on stream could see that. It's like a Steam overlay. But I saw it, and then I couldn't read.
Yeah, 100%.
It was funny. So she couldn't do that because she's your friend. I had to get back into it.
Why can't you understand that Michan made everything up, including the logging project?
You're the one who doesn't understand anything. After I yelled at her, she gave me an icy look. She stared into my eyes, as if trying to find out what I came here for. I came here to wake you up. You're possessed by an impossible delusion because of Takano-san's scrapbooks. At first, I thought it was interesting, but this is getting way out of hand. You know why? It's because they're making you sick.
Oh. The girl who looked just like Rika-chan told me the same thing. You're actually right about that. I mean, I do have the maggot disease, so...
No, you don't understand. Listen to me very carefully. You need to lie down, rest for a while, okay? It'd be a lot safer to stay at Mion's house. She can protect you from the police. But if you don't trust her, you could stay at my place. Either way, it's not good for you to stay somewhere uncomfortable like this. Let's just go to my house for now. We'll have some cold tea together. It'll cool your fever down. Then you'll realize how crazy all this was.
What are you talking about, Keiichi-kun? Are you saying that I'm crazy? I'm not crazy! You are! You don't know it, but you're just being controlled by the parasite! Keiichi-kun, you think you have nothing to do with it, but you're one of the victims! You just don't realize it! I'm not blaming you for that. I can save you. I can save everybody, so please just trust me for now.
You think we're all crazy. You think everybody in this village is crazy, and you're not. Is that what you're saying?
It might even be spreading outside of Hinamizawa. They might have already spread as far as Shishibone City, or to the entire prefecture. I really am the only one who isn't crazy. I know that thanks to Mio-san's scrapbooks. I thought you understood that too.
Wait a second, Rena. You're saying everybody in the world is crazy except you? That's the same thing as saying you're the only one who's crazy. The world hasn't changed. Nobody is crazy. Nobody is your enemy. If you ask me, it's crazy to believe that you're the only one in this world who isn't crazy, and that everybody in this world is your enemy. In short, your only enemy is yourself.
I feel sorry for you, Keiichi-kun. But it's okay. It's not that easy to accept the facts Mio-san discovered. Even she wasn't sure about them. So I understand if you can't accept the truth. That's why I'm going to fight. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
I'm gonna fight to save everybody. The stream hitched for a second. I didn't get any more words. I'll beat them down and make them stop controlling you.
Rena, that's stupid. That's just idiotic. You feel sorry for me? You're stupid. You're stupid, like Sora would say. Why don't you understand? Why do you still believe a crazy, stupid story like this? You're just interpreting everything to suit your convenience.
They have replacements for Mio-san, Rika-chan, and me. They're going to replace me after I'm killed.
What? Replacements? Are you seriously saying that?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I haven't told you about this yet. The true identity of the parasite is... aliens!
Yeah? Yeah, Rena? Yeah? Aliens.
Yes. Oyashiro-sama is also an alien. The description of his descending from the sky matches with alien theories from all over the world. Whenever a great civilization flourished, it was always the aliens who accomplished it.
Does this sound like anybody's QAnon father to you?
They have advanced knowledge. They came to Earth to help immature humans evolve.
Hey, wait just a minute. You must be kidding, right, Rena? The parasite theory was interesting. Aliens, come on. That's just nonsense. But Rena believes this theory so seriously. She feels sorry for me because I can't accept it.
They've been controlling the community by living as parasites in human bodies. But sometimes someone with sharp intuition comes along and tries to reveal the truth. But they get rid of them in order to maintain their control of the community. They sometimes kidnap those people with sharp intuition and put a piece of metal in their bodies to gain control over them. But when that doesn't work, they replace those people with their copies. They made a copy of Mio-san. They made a copy of me, too. Rika-chan's copy just came by a few minutes ago. I talked to it. It admitted that it came from space. It told me that the end of the world is coming soon, and it laughed at me, saying I should struggle as much as I want. I'm gonna fight. I'm not gonna let them domesticate our species. I'll never, ever,
You're so stupid! I like how I said that, and I look over and I see Iceman say, "Great voice acting." Thanks! You're so stupid! I stepped towards Rena and slapped her in the face. I was hoping it would return her to sanity.
Ow.
Wake up! Rena, did you forget? It happened here. Just a few days ago. We all took each other's hands here, didn't we? And we promised we'd be a family, made of friends forever. Rena played with her wrist. She didn't interrupt, so I continued. If you're seriously saying that aliens are controlling the Earth, I'll believe you. Even if everybody in this world didn't, I would. That's because I'm your friend, and I'm on your side no matter what. But I want you to listen to me, too. I want you to listen to me because I'm your friend. Takano-san made up all the stories in the scrapbooks. It's true. Takano-san was an occult maniac. She enjoyed interpreting the old history of Hanamizawa any way she wanted. She made up ridiculous stories out of it, and she read them to people for fun. So, the parasite story isn't the only one she made up. There are stories about UFOs, some kind of creatures from the underworld, and many other things. This is epic music right now. This is beautiful. So, the one you read in the scrapbooks is just a new story she made up recently. Don't you remember that she liked to make fun of people? She was just making fun of you because you took her story so seriously.
If it's just a story she made up, why was she killed? Her autopsy report said she'd been dead for 24 hours before when she was found, but she was there at the festival. Why? How are you going to explain the cause of Tomitake-san's death? What about the Sonozaki family? What about the legend of Hinamizawa? What about Oyashiro-sama and Rika-chan? Are you saying everything is made up? Are you saying that the whole world is lying to us?
Stop making connections between everything. That's a typical symptom of... That's all we've been doing this entire series for the past 2 years! That's a typical symptom of paranoia. Don't think so hard. You're just tired. That's why you need to rest. All I'm going to do is to offer you a place to relax, a bed, and food. If you can't trust my food, you don't have to eat it. Eat whatever you have. Anyway, please, just trust me for now.
My story makes more sense than yours. I have evidence to prove it. But all you're saying is that I should just trust you? Isn't it obvious who's right?
Yes, it is obvious. Me! I'm right!
How can you be so sure?
It's easy. It's because I'm your friend. Friends are always right. Friends never betray one another. Friends always help each other. So you have to believe that I'm right, even when the world says I'm wrong. Because I'm your friend. Ow. I heard a thud. Rena dropped the hatchet. She staggered, holding her head in her hands. She was muttering something, and it looked like she was asking herself questions.
He wants me to trust him, but he has no evidence to prove he's right. He's being absurd. Or maybe he's right and I'm wrong. Am I really just misunderstanding everything? It would be wonderful if that was true. I wished I was wrong so many times. I wish Miho-san's scrapbooks are nothing but a bunch of stories, and the parasite doesn't exist. Some coincidences happen to connect together, and I interpreted them in the wrong way. I really, really wish that was the case. Don't give up, Ren-Ryugu. Be cool, Ren-Ryugu. This guy has poison in his words. He's trying to take advantage of my weakness. Everything is too obvious not to believe. It's obvious that the aliens have been trying to invade the Earth using this village as their base ever since it was called Yanagufuchi. Terran fucked me over.
You knew the words, though.
Keiichi-kun is a victim who's being controlled by them. He's just a victim. But when he grabbed my wrist really hard on that day, I could tell his intentions were true. I still remember the strength of his grip on my wrist. He tried to save me, his friend. I got lost in this crazy delusional maze many times. I prayed over and over that somebody would help me. And now my prayers are answered, and Keiichi-kun is reaching for my hand again. But don't forget, Ryugu. This guy says he's your friend, but he hasn't told you everything about himself. Don't you remember? Oishi-san told you about it. He told me about what he found out. I couldn't trust my friends, so Oishi checked on everybody, including Keiichi-kun. That's why I know about what he did before he moved here.
What'd he do? Do we know?
Do you know? Do you know what Keiichi-kun did before he moved to Hinamizawa?
I just don't remember if it was, like, talked about in the narrative or anything. I just remember, like, before he moved, he was a city kid, and, like, he also had, like, a learning disability or something. But I don't remember if he, like, did something, you know?
It seems Rena knows.
Hmm.
He looks like he's a good guy on the outside, but he's crazy on the inside. I can't trust him. I shouldn't trust him. So what? I don't care who he was before he moved here. I did many bad things in Ibaraki too. I did many unforgivable things. I hurt my friends really badly, broke the windows at the school, and was suspended. I was a very bad girl. Did he treat me differently because of that? No, he didn't. Ren Ryugu is Ren Ryugu. He'll forgive me because it was Ren Ryugu who did all those bad things in Ibaraki. He won't forgive me. I should know better. Keiichi Mayabara believes that I'm a kind and modest girl because he doesn't know Reina. If he found out about Reina, what would he do? He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't be scared of me. Reina is Reina. Reina's a different girl. The same goes with Keiichi-kun. I don't care who he was before he moved here. We're even.
Are you okay, Rena?
Don't touch me.
Rena knocked my hand aside when I reached for her.
You keep saying you're my friend. You want me to trust you because of that. You want me to believe that you're right, even if the world says you're wrong. Are you out of your mind? That's more delusional than anything else!
I don't care what you say. I'm your friend. Everything I say for your sake. Don't doubt me. I know I'm right.
Really? And can I ask you something?
Yes, anything.
Friends don't keep secrets from one another, right?
Of course. I'm not hiding anything from you.
You're lying.
I'm not.
Usuda!
What's so funny?
Keiichi-kun, you think you can keep it secret from me, don't you? I know everything! I know what you did before you moved here. I know.
I felt as if my entire body was covered in frosty needles. My body and mind froze all of a sudden. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. How come she knows about that?
I asked Oishi-san to check on everybody. That's why I know what you did before you came here.
I just noticed that it's been a while since Rena has done that, like, little, like, thing where she repeats a word after another, like, everybody like that. Like,
Oh my god! That car was so loud!
sorry. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Rowan, for your resub. Hello. That's 2 years.
But yeah, I was going to say, it's almost like that was a deliberate affectation. That now that she's not trying to put on a front, she isn't doing anymore.
Yeah, I see. Stop it! You got it all wrong! I read that weird because I didn't know the word was gonna be wrong.
You only targeted little girls.
Whoa.
I have to tell Satoko-chan and Rika-chan about it.
Whoa.
I can't believe that a dangerous person like you was near us the whole time.
What the fuck did he do? Oh no! I have been well, thank you, Ron. No, it wasn't like that. It just turned out that way.
A series of attacks on school kids. Bravo! It has as strong an impact as the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa.
No, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like what? You shot little kids with a BB gun when they were walking alone in deserted streets. What a horrifying incident! It instilled fear into the whole city for a while. Members of the PTA had to watch the kids at every street corner when they walked between home and school. You shot one of the little girls in her eyes and she was badly injured. Fortunately, the damage wasn't permanent. You had a BB gun and you only shot little kids. How disgusting! What made you enjoy it so much? You must have really enjoyed it because you continued to do it for a long time. But then you turned yourself into the police, accompanied by your parents in a crisis of consciousness. You couldn't even take responsibility for your actions on your own. Juvenile law was kind to you, wasn't it? It prevented your name from being disclosed to the public or the victims. I bet your father spent a lot of money to protect you. He paid a lot of compensation to settle the case out of court, and he had you placed on probation. After the case cooled down, he used the power of money once again to move far away from the city. Everything is solved, right? You're lucky that your father's so rich.
Keiichi's no son of mine. I hate him now. I don't hate him, but you are no longer my son, Keiichi. No, wasn't like that.
Why didn't you tell us about it? You told me that you did nothing but study at your previous school. Why did you lie like that?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie.
I thought friends didn't keep secrets from one another. Right. So that makes you not my friend!
She has a point. The blades of her words hit hard. They made my eyes bleed. It's like the eye of the child you shot the eye of. Blood was clear, and it tasted salty.
I can't trust you because of what you did in the past. Don't you ever think you can hide it from me?
I remember how deeply I regretted it. I couldn't regret enough. I wanted to forget it, but I couldn't. I made a stupid mistake. Why? Why does she have to bring it up right now? I apologized and accepted everything, and I moved here to put it behind me. I wanted to have a fresh start in Hinamizawa. I swore to myself to live a clean life from then on. Everything is ruined now. I'll be a criminal, no matter where I go. I was stressed out with my exam studies. I was frustrated. I randomly shot people. That's normal, right? I didn't care if it was girls or kids. Why did I do something so stupid? There was no reason. I had no reason to do that. I just wanted to get someone's attention. I didn't have the courage to tell my parents that I didn't want to study. I just wanted somebody to scold me, so I used a childish way to get attention. I regret what I did. I swear I'll never do something that stupid again. If I do it again, then they can send me to the chair! If there was something I could do to be completely forgiven, I'd do it, no matter what it was. But no matter how deeply I regret it, no matter how long I atone for my sin, I'll never be forgiven. That's why I wanted to sweep the whole thing under the carpet and have a fresh start. I have nothing to say if somebody tells me that forgetting my sin is an act of cowardice. Sins are sins. You can't just get rid of them. You have to carry them for the rest of your life. I know that's the fate of a sinner. If you don't want to live like that, don't be a sinner. I understand that logic too. But then, how are sinners supposed to live?
Anyway, you're not my friend. I'm not gonna take orders from someone who isn't my friend. I need you to leave me alone for a while, okay?
I didn't notice until she spoke that I was on my knees, hanging my head. Rena picked up the hatchet she dropped earlier. I wanted her to hit my head with it. Is that another car?
Yes, it was.
Ah, Jesus, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. If anything's going to be torn apart, I'd rather it be my body. Compared to the pain of my heart being torn to shreds, I'd rather she cut my head off. I believed it. I still believe it. I still believe it right at this moment. I believe that I'm their friend. In fact, I'm starting to become aware of it. I want to believe I am their friend because I don't want to accept my past. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I feel stupid, crying like this. My face is all messy with tears. I was never their friend. I'm a sinner, and I hid my past from them. I hid it because I was scared. I told her that friends don't hide anything from another, and I hid my past from them. I hid my sin from them. My past. Who is texting me? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm getting texts.
You okay? Is it important?
Let me check real quick. Because usually if somebody's texting me instead of calling me, it means it's important. Okay. It was slightly important, but it's not anything I have to attend to right away. Okay. My past has nothing to do with how I live my life here. If I ever attacked a kid in this village just because I was frustrated, I wouldn't mind it if they killed me and cut me into pieces. But I'll never do anything like that again. I just want to live normally. I did before I moved here. It's nothing to do with my life now. For instance, Rena moved here too. I wouldn't change the way I see her, even if I found out she did something bad before she moved here. Right? I wouldn't, would I? I mean, you changed your mind about her in Chapter 1 when you found out about what she did, so... Even if Rena beat some of her friends or broke all the windows of her school, I wouldn't care, because it happened in Ibaraki. She didn't do that in Hinamizawa. Rena is Rena. She's my best friend. That's why I wouldn't see her differently, even if I found out about her past. It's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie! I'd keep my distance from her if I found out that she really did such things. I'd be scared of her. I wouldn't try to listen to her. Why? It's just a rumor. Why would I be scared of her? She's my best friend. If I was in her situation, would I reject her just like she did? So, Rena's rejection of me was completely natural. And what am I supposed to do? I was the only one crying. Rena wasn't crying. She looked at me as if she was looking at something dirty. After giving me a nasty look, she disappeared into the darkness. Rena didn't forgive me. There's nothing I could do to atone for my sin but to keep crying, still down on my knees. Oh.
I've wanted you to see that scene for upwards of 5 years.
God. Why? We didn't start 5 years ago.
You know what I mean.
Okay.
However long it's been.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted you to see that because it reminds me so much of Mixed Feelings.
Oh. How so?
I think what you had going on with, like, the idea of these people that you meet and you befriend them, and then you find out that they've done some dark shit in their past is very reminiscent of this scene and the general themes in Higurashi. Pretty much every single character in the main group has done something in their past that you would...
reframes, like, what you think of them.
Yes. We have Mion and Shion, who were part of the dam conflict. Even as young children, they were part of extremely intense, revolutionary, almost terrorist activity. They're also part of the Yakuza.
Yeah.
We know about Keiichi and what he's done now, and how he shot children indiscriminately because he was feeling stressed.
Yeah.
And you know what? I get it. I really do get it.
And he wanted attention.
Yeah.
And so that was a way to get it.
Yeah, Rena, we went over what she's done. Satoko cried wolf about her abuse until it wasn't crying wolf anymore. And then there's Rika.
Then Rika's possessed. Yeah.
But, like, the idea of, like, you've done something in your past, is that something that you can atone for?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there are very, very few things that you can't move on from.
Yeah.
I think that the people who you did those things to don't have to forgive you, and they have every right to A, want you out of their life, and B, not be anywhere near you. But that doesn't mean you can't find somewhere else, and it doesn't mean you can't find other people. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean you can't get better. It doesn't mean you can't move on.
Yeah. No, 100%. I could see the comparison to mixed feelings like really big now, and Gil is also saying they thought of that as well during the Keiichi doing the whole sinner speech. That's awesome. I'm so flattered. That makes sense if it was 5 years, because that's when Mixed Feelings first came out.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Okay, how about we read this tip and then we stop?
Sure. Your bird lady is called Kihira, right? That's not me being insane.
Yeah, her name's Kahira.
Yeah, Kihira is the one of at least the original Mixed Feelings crew, which I think has done quote unquote the worst thing.
Oh yeah.
And I've always been very inspired by the idea that she's done something so terrible that she can also move on. She can also find love and friendship and affection, and she can be better. I've always loved that about your story. I've always loved that about this story. And I think those parallels are crazy. That you were on the fucking pulse of this shit way before you read this.
Yay!
It is a theme that so few people are willing to explore, because fucking you make me sound so inspirational. But like, it's such an idea that has such an ill-fitting place in our current society.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we have shit now like Alligator Alcatraz and fucking, like, constant witch hunts, especially towards trans feminine people, about like, quote-unquote pedophiles in our midst. And it's this idea that everyone is so fucking bloodthirsty for punitive justice that they've become blind to the fucking idea that, like, you can do the worst shit imaginable and still be worth something. And still be worthy to live, still be worthy of affection and forgiveness and help.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's, I don't know, that's something I, like, pretty strongly believe in. There are some people that, like, just think once you do XYZ, you are completely unforgivable. And there are plenty of things that are completely unforgivable. But, like, you're right. This is so beautiful and empowering with this music. If somebody is willing to move on and become a better person from something terrible they have done, they should be allowed to do that, right?
Yes.
They should be allowed. Like, it's the fact, like, they are the ones who have to realize that they are shit, though. And
yes, 100%.
They need to move on from that shit. And I don't know. I feel very strongly about that. And there's an ad break right now, but it's okay. We can read this tip.
Yeah.
If you want me to read it, since you've been running.
I can read it. It's fine.
Okay, if you want to read it, sure.
I don't remember how many years ago it was. There was this beautiful village surrounded by nature. But the village was going to be submerged in water because of a new dam project, and the villagers protested against it en masse. They held a sightseeing tour so that people from other places could enjoy the local beauty. I joined the tour out of simple curiosity. I wanted to take a look at the nature that might sink under the water.
Is this the detective?
Who knows? But when I got there, the place took my breath away. The air was so clean and clear, and the landscape was beautiful beyond words. Since then, I was hooked on the inspiring nature of this place. I fell in love with the village so much that I was very glad when I heard that the dam project was cancelled.
Oh.
The village is where I'm building our new house. When I visited there, I found a beautiful field of wildflowers. I saw 2 cute girls playing in that field. Both of them were very beautiful, with long, straight hair. They were probably neighbors or best friends. I still remember how they looked. One of them had a very beautiful face with a clear-cut profile for her age, and the other had a very pretty, innocent look. I'm sure both of them will grow up into fine, beautiful ladies in the future. They were running around in the field like they were dancing. I asked them if the field was their playground. They said they were playing in hopes that newcomers would move to the village. Then I saw a sign saying "Lot for sale." That was when I began to think that it might be a great place to live. There was nothing here, and things are a bit inconvenient compared to the life in the city. But I sincerely believed that this was the best place for us to start a new life together as a family. A lot of things happened back in the city, but the past is the past. It's best that we move on. We learned from our mistakes, and I hope we can start a new, more ideal life in this village. Keiichi, I hope you'll grow to love it here as much as I do. You do? I'm happy to hear that. I'm also happy to hear that we've been doing a lot better as a family since we moved here. Back in the city, we were far from close. So, I'm truly happy that we're able to start from scratch. Now that I come to think about it, I've never had a chance to have a conversation with you like this before. Oh, Keiichi. Do you know any two beautiful girls with long, straight hair in your school? I think they're a lot younger than you. Oh, you know two young, beautiful girls, but one has short hair, huh? I don't think they're the ones I saw. You wanna know why I asked? Oh, I just wanted to ask them to be models for my portraits. No.
You freak.
Basically, I just wanted to see them again for artistic reasons. So if you happen to see them, let your dad know, okay?
I was thinking
okay?
earlier, I was like, oh, him saying that they're going to grow up and be beautiful women is not a weird thing to say. And now it is. Now it's a weird thing to say. Now you're being a freak. Yeah, that's what I'd do too. Kill him. Kill him. Why'd they show like 1 second of the living room? Okay.
Because he died in the living room.
Because he died.
That is the only point of view we will ever get from Keiichi's father.
Yeah. Okay,
and
so he was
that's one of the most
in.
Beautiful tips.
Yeah, he was fucking drawn into Hinamizawa by Rika and her evil counterpart. And they drew him in because they want to draw more people into Hinamizawa to inject them with the virus.
Is that the case?
With the demons.
Or was it just two little girls playing in the village that they loved?
Both.
Is
there more we need to talk about? I feel like so much has happened this whole fucking stream.
Please do catch up, Rory, because this is an amazing game. And there's a lot to love, and yes, there's a lot to hate. Because it was the early 2000s. And
oh yeah, no, like early on, there's a lot of scenes you can just fucking skip. And I know people got pissed off. People got pissed off, still get pissed off at me for skipping the gross scenes on YouTube. People are like, no, why are you skipping the slice of life? And I'm like, I'm not skipping slice of life. I'm skipping the gross pervert shit. The gross pedophile pervert shit. I don't want that. I don't want the pandering to perverts. I'm skipping that. No, or pandering to pedophiles specifically. Perverts, that's fine. But when it's the people, the characters involved are like 12, no. Get out. Yeah. Stop it. Get some help. Stop. I've said this many times. I've said this whole spiel many times. Get out of here. But it's a good filter because, like, if fucking like I'm skipping through the scenes and somebody gets mad and then stops watching, then like great, good, awesome. I don't want you here. Go away. I want intellectuals here. Yay. And I'm glad you're here, Cal, because I probably would not continue the series. Like, at the first sign of grossness, I would have left, which is kind of what I did when I was a kid, honestly.
And that's very fair.
It's very fair. That's what I usually do with anime shit. And you know what? I don't blame anybody for like not wanting to get into Higurashi because of all the gross shit. I do not blame anybody for not having the tolerance for that shit because I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Get help, GIF. Yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
You have to get through the mine that is Higurashi to be able to pickaxe at the gold that is Umineko. Because Higurashi is definitely one of the most influential pieces of media in the, like, this generation of people and people who make media, and especially mystery stories.
Especially visual novels in general.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on the surface. That's something that people will admit to. Umineko is kind of a sequel. It's related and it takes place later on in like years, but it's not too much related.
Mm-hmm.
It's related enough that this is kind of required reading.
Yes.
But like you wouldn't be too lost if you went in without it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Higurashi means a specific kind of cicada, specifically like the evening cicadas. And Umineko quite literally means sea cat, but that is the word for seagull in Japan. The more you know. Because they sound like cats. So.
A little bit.
A little bit.
What was I saying?
Umineko.
And like, Umineko is in your fucking media like a snake in the grass. Once you've read Umineko, you can't read anything else because you'll see people's sly little fucking references. And it's not shit that's innocuous. It's shit that if you know, you're like, oh, okay. I see. We have a mutual acquaintance in Beatrice.
Mm-hmm. God.
And I'm tired of seeing donothon ads after seeing some of its eps where it gets gross. I'm tired of seeing it. I don't know shit about donothon. I know that there's a grandma in that could be way hotter if she was allowed to actually be old.
I have many thoughts and feelings about donothon, and I will glaze over them quickly.
Go.
People kept telling me to watch donothon, and they said there is a scene with sexual assault in it in the first episode, and I'm like, okay, I'll be prepared for it. And they're like, just like it's framed as like bad guys though. It's framed as bad guys that are doing a bad thing, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like as long as like it's framed as that. No, it wasn't. I mean, it was bad guys doing it. However, it was like upskirt shots and shit. It was fan service. Like clear as day. And I was like, nope, bye.
I've
Bye.
also swapped out my mic because we're not narrating anymore.
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
Stretch out my legs.
Stretch out your legs. But that is just my whole thing, because like there are plenty of pieces of media that portray sexual assault, and as long as you are framing it in a way that is like, this is just a thing that is happening, that's fine. But the moment you clearly make it like it's fan service, like why'd you have to do an upskirt shot for that? No,
Yeah.
I'm done. Like, cause there's a scene in Beastars, and the camera hates that scene, and that's how you know it's done right.
Yes.
I have very strong opinions about this, because I don't think you should completely remove portrayals of these like gross things from media. Absolutely. It's just how you frame it and how you like and I mean, I also don't think you should remove these things from media, and I also think it's fine that these fan servicey things are in media, even if I think they're gross. I just will avoid them and not watch them.
Yes.
If other people want that, that's fine. Whatever, they can watch it, and I could just stand over here.
Yeah, because this is getting into like discussions of like censorship and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
like the idea that like, oh, I don't like it and it makes me uncomfortable, so it shouldn't exist.
No, that's not
that's
how.
wrong.
Well, no, that's wrong. You're wrong. I wish the creepy shit in Higurashi didn't exist, but I will simply skip it. Yay.
Yep.
Alright, I think that's all I really need to talk about, unless chat has anything else that they want to say. You guys can have the perfect way you want to say it, if you so choose. There you go. The redeems are back on, if you want that. Oh, Mort's broken, because I exploded him. That's right. Yay! Alright, time to go. Get your one Nipa in.
Nipa.
Get your one Nipa in. I'm
This was
pretty
not
sure
a very Nipa-ful episode. This was a episode of Rika suffering.
No, I just skip through the creepy parts whenever we get to a creepy part, or I like censor it during the stream.
Yeah.
And just like skip through, and then we just talk about something else. One time I was talking about the theater.
Yeah, if you want to go seek out those scenes, they are in the original game. Most of them are in episode 1. It's free on Steam. You can probably find a million dialogue VODs of these things. So if those are things that you are interested in reading, go forth, my young, beautiful child, and then keep away from me.
Then go to jail. Nah. You don't have to go to... I mean, maybe. Maybe go to jail. Maybe go to jail a little bit of jail. A little bit of jail. And I know I, like, recently, rated Chai, but we were just we were just playing a visual novel. And they're playing their own visual novel. And...
Oh, that they wrote?
Yeah, that they wrote and did the art for. And I love their art so much, and I kind of want to check it out. Their game is free. It's called Be Our Guest. And God, oh God, that character's so pretty and hot. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna go see Morning Shy.
Bye, everybody.
I saw earlier that they were gonna do this stream, so I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Probably gonna make pizza in a minute, but go say hi to Chai.